Alex Jones drops the bomb about Epstein files. Breaks it down. He breaks it all down over here on this Fresh and Fish show. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Alex Jones. You already know that this joint is going viral ASAP. No Rocky. You know what I'm saying? But before we get there, before we go there, I want to let y'all see a little bit of this congressional hearing. You know what I'm saying? Where Shorty Jasmine Crockett goes off on Pam Bondi. You know what I mean? Let's get to it, man. Let's get right on to it. You know what I'm saying? Salute to everybody, man. I know this is real late, 2 o'clock in the morning, but don't matter to me. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're here. All right, let's get to it, man. I also wanted to go into this whole Glorilla sister shit. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty funny to me.
Thank you. I seek unanimous consent.
But I like to show y'all these congressional hearings just to show y'all just how ratchet these motherfuckers can get, you know? All right, let's get to it.
To introduce into the record the research that Representative Kamlager-Dove and I referenced concerning the threat.
Question of the night. Are you happy with the job that ICE is doing? You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people's not digging ICE, man. You know what I'm saying? Ice, baby. Do 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 do. Ice, baby. Let me know if y'all can hear me by tapping the number ones in the chat.
Of right-wing domestic terrorism, which the Department of Justice scrubbed from its website in September.
Without objection, the gentlelady from Texas is recognized.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. And to be clear, I'm not going to ask any questions of this witness because this witness has revealed that she has no intentions of answering questions. But instead, I'm going to ask some very basic questions really quickly of my colleague, Becca Ballant, if she will answer right or wrong, raping children.
Wrong.
Right or wrong, killing random citizens.
Definitely wrong.
Right or
Wow, she didn't say the R word.
wrong, enriching yourself as the sitting president of the United States.
Definitely wrong.
Okay, thank you, because I probably never would have got that with our witness. Our witness who somehow is a lawyer but does not understand how it works with witnesses. I'm not really sure what law school she went to and what all kind of cases she tried, but typically when you come into a space and somebody's a witness, then they sit there and they
this B word is ghetto.
Answer questions instead of asking questions.
You know what? I ain't gonna lie. She gives hope. She gives a lot of hope because you gotta think about it, right? If you could get a chicken head like this to become a politician, you know what I mean? Like for real, think about it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, chicken head like this, you know what I mean?
And then we also have
that gives hope to a lot of people raising the projects.
This objection that we use as lawyers called non-responsive when a witness fails to actually answer the question. But nevertheless, let me address the
Type ones in the chat if this bitch is ghetto.
Survivors, because that's exactly who they are. They are not victims, they are survivors. Let me say thank you for having more courage and moral clarity in your...
I will have y'all know that these Epstein files too, not that this is about to put, the Epstein files have been, you know what I'm saying? I think Bush is the one that opened the door for that. That didn't went to not Bush, Clinton. One of them, I just know it's been around for a fucking long time. You know, we're gonna get to Alex Jones in 1 second.
Pinky fingers than the entire Department of Justice. We are currently the laughing stock of the world, partially because of the failed leadership within the DOJ, as we see kings and queens falling everywhere around the world. But we don't know the basics of right and wrong in this country because it's not about partisanship.
I always ask myself, who let this ghetto ass grow it up in politics? You know?
And that's why I applaud Thomas Massey, because he's the only person on the Republican side that has a backbone and knows how to stand up to corruption. But nevertheless, let me keep going. My Democratic...
Yeah, Massey, man, keep your head on the swivel, man, when this bitch start talking nice about you.
Colleagues have been attacked this entire committee hearing. They have been lied on.
My bad, I mean B word, excuse me.
And frankly, the American people weren't looking for that. They were looking for answers about the corruption that they see coming from this administration. In the written testimony of this witness, of this particular witness, she stated that when she took office, she had two main goals. The first was to end the weaponization of justice, and second,
Candace Owens be smoking this broad. This broad is different though.
To return the department to its core mission.
Very determined. very determined, but most of them liberals is, though.
Not only have you lied about both, you've intentionally done the exact opposite. You're spending more taxpayer resources arresting journalists than you are prosecuting pedophiles and creeps. In fact, your boss, the President of the United States, stated that this administration,
Knew that shit was coming.
quote, took the freedom of speech away. And at your direction, DOJ has arrested Don Lemon and Georgia Fort. And I might add that y'all actually had a judge that rejected y'all for trying to arrest Don Lemon before, just like the grand jury rejected y'all as it relates to Senator Kelly, just like a grand jury rejected y'all as it relates to Senator Slotkin, just like.
Yeah, she doing a lot of this, right? I don't know why I just feel all this. I feel like there's a lot of that's going on right now. I wasn't even looking at the fucking video, man, but I just felt a lot of head jerking going on, you know?
The case against Tish James was dismissed and the case against Mr. Comey was dismissed.
Type ones in the chat, y'all felt like a lot of head jerking going on. Just close your eyes and don't tell me you don't feel like this head jerking.
I completely don't get how it is that you're sitting at the top of DOJ because you don't seem to be good at your job. You're spending more tax.
Now, this is what I'm talking about with the politicians, man. I don't like those fucking, that underhanded shit. Bitch, just say what you got to say.
Case against Mr. Comey was dismissed.
I always got to tell you that you're stupid or something's wrong with you or you're not unqualified or, even though you're clearly qualified.
I completely don't get how it is that you're sitting at the top of DOJ because you don't seem to be good at your job. You're spending more taxpayer resources arresting these journalists. In fact,
they always talk about how Trump is sending slights at people and giving commentary. And talking shit about people, but they don't hold back, man. They really don't hold back at all, man. The motherfuckers is mean. I ain't gonna lie, especially the colorful ones. You get next to them colorful motherfuckers are mean as shit, bro.
We know after Georgia Fort and Don Lemon were arrested, we know that there were homes of journalists that were raided. We know that threatened prosecution against students protesting your actions and forced tech companies to remove apps used to track ISIS activities. But let's circle back to you protecting pedophiles and creeps, because I want to talk about the president.
Rushed right over the ICE. Yeah, fuck that ICE shit. Let's talk about this other stuff. You know what I'm saying?
And his possible involvement with Jeffrey Epstein. Now, I don't know what the president might have done with Jeffrey Epstein, but unlike this administration, I believe that facts matter. So let's
can't wait till America become great again, like innocent into proven guilty. These motherfuckers think it's guilty into proven innocent, but let us speak.
Talk about the facts. Fact number one, Donald Trump is one of the most named people in the Epstein files. At least 5,000 files contains more than 38,000 references to Trump, his wife, or Mar-a-Lago. Fact number two, Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell made young girls available to Trump on multiple occasions. For example, according to this file, Ghislaine
Look at the little girls in the back holding that shit up. Is this serious?
Maxwell presented a young girl to President Trump who spent more than 20 minutes apparently flirting with her. Here's another example.
And who's these random white girls to the right? Y'all tell me.
This shows notes from FBI investigators that describe Jeffrey Epstein transporting a victim to Mar-a-Lago to meet with President Trump, where he bragged to Trump that, quote, this is a good one. Now, I'm not saying that the president is a pedophile, but there is a lot of evidence in these files that suggests.
What the hell are you saying? You know what I don't understand? I don't understand. If y'all try to kill this motherfucking man, y'all just try to do all this shit. Y'all out here, basically calling him a fucking pedophile. And then you're saying that you're not calling him that. I don't get this shit. This double talk. Cupid, what's up, baby?
FBI investigators that describe Jeffrey Epstein transporting a victim to Mar-a-Lago to meet with President Trump, where he bragged to Trump that, quote, this is a good one. Now, I'm not saying that the president is a pedophile, but there is a lot of evidence in these files that suggests that he's very close friends with a lot of men who are pedophiles. What's crazy?
I can't wait till Trump get at her. I can't wait, man. They used to have a saying, it's better to be working hard than hardly working. Some people don't understand that until they hardly working, until they, done.
About all of this is just that this is a big cover up. And this administration is engaged in it. In fact, this administration is complicit. But there are numerous others like how the DOJ is attempting to obstruct justice in the investigation of the rogue agents who have murdered American citizens, or how the DOJ seized voter data from Fulton County in an attempt to steal the 2026 midterm elections, or how federal agents have Tom Homan on tape accepting a bribe and your agency killed the investigation, or how your agency is ready to give the president.
Wait a minute. Tom Homan accepting bribes. I never heard about that. That's crazy.
A $230 million payday, which is
I thought we had lost all hope for him. But obviously, you got to get somebody that's you can't get somebody to hold the border down that's not a hard ass. You know what I mean? You got to get somebody that's gonna, take a bribe.
Constitutional. The Constitution.
I'm trolling.
It's clear. The president shall not receive any payment except his salary while in office. The fact of the matter is that you will be remembered as one of the worst attorney generals in history. An attorney general who has prioritized obstruction over justice.
This is personal. See how she's switching them pages up. She's slamming them pages.
Generals in history. An attorney general who has prioritized obstruction over justice, corruption.
Type ones, man, if you're up. You know what I'm saying? If you're not a bot, type ones.
Over the law, fealty to the president over loyalty to the Constitution. And Mr. Chairman, I will yield.
Gentlelady yields. Gentleman from Missouri is recognized. Excuse me, gentleman from Kansas, the Attorney General, former Attorney General, Mr. Schmidt is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And General Bondi, thanks for being here. Did you have anything you wanted to say before we talk?
I do. Thank you, Congressman. Thank you, my friend, for many years. I find it.
Does she have anything to say? That was funny, yo.
Mr. Chairman and General Bondi, thanks for being here. Did you have anything you wanted to say before we talk?
I do. Thank you, Congressman. Thank you, my
I think she really wanted to say shit, yeah.
friend, for many years. I find it interesting that she didn't even want to try, Congresswoman Crockett, to ask any questions, because she certainly did not condemn her leader, Hakeem Jeffries, for taking money from.
Yeah, this is petty. This is about to get messy, yo.
Certainly did not condemn her leader, Hakeem Jeffries, for taking money from Jeffrey Epstein.
Like you said, the FBI gave him a bag with $50K in cash for getting contacts when he got in office.
After Epstein was convicted. And I will be brief to give you your time, Congressman. This is what she didn't want to talk about. Texas, from Cuba, convicted, homicide, arson.
Yo, Pam Bondi is something different.
Weapon offense.
Convicted. So what we talking about? Convict some of these perpetrators that rape.
Hey, bitch! Nobody disturbed you when you was running your lies down. She can't even hold herself, man. This is ghetto.
From Cuba, convicted, homicide, arson, weapon offense.
Convicted. So what we talking about? Convict some of these perpetrators that rape these women that are sitting behind you, that you refuse to even acknowledge they are here.
Time belongs to the gentleman.
Man, she's up in there ratchet, man. They gonna get her up out of there in a straight jacket or something, man. That bitch is out of control.
From Kansas.
Mr. Chairman, could I have a few seconds back
bet,
to make
you
up
bet.
for the yelling? Thank you. General, did you have anything further to say?
Texas, convicted of homicide. Cecil Joseph, from Dominican Republic. Texas, convicted for kidnapping, rape. Khalid Khan, from Afghanistan. That's why they want to talk about Epstein and not what's happening in their own states.
Thank you, General, and thank you for being here. And
Hello.
this has been quite a spectacle to observe today. I think it's sad. Now,
This is what happened. Let me show y'all what happened the other day, right? Now they had a congressional hearing. It got super duper ghetto, right? But she held the ground. She held the ground. You know, they fired off on her. It says Pam Bondi, Congress clash during Epstein file hearing. Check this out, y'all. Check this out. Type double tap the screen, you know what I mean? Or type ones if you're on that Trump train, if you fuck with Trump and you love the job that ICE is doing.
Florida Attorney General and spent more than 18 years as a prosecutor. We welcome our witness and thank
her. Let me get to Alex Jones. Matter of fact, you know what? Let's get to the Alex Jones video now. Salute the fresh and fit, man. I don't know what they gave Alex Jones. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? How did they get this nigga out the, you know, outside? But they got him, and I'm gonna react to this shit. You know what I'm saying? Salute the fresh and fit. They don't give a fuck. Check this out, man. This nigga is blowing some shit. I'm talking about he's describing exact, like this is almost like Epstein for dummies class right now. Feel me what I'm saying? I heard they strike channels and shit. I fuck with Fresh and Fit. I don't know if they know about my channel, but I'm willing to take a risk just to get to spread this information, man. Go subscribe to Fresh and Fit. I'm gonna put the link down right now.
If we bring this out,
a lot of women, you know, be coming at them and talking about, you know, they male bash. I don't know what the fuck they be saying. They say a lot there. I think these niggas is kind of like some low key pimps.
But Trump didn't know how bad it was. Plus, it was all old stuff.
Okay, let me bring this back a little bit so you can understand the context of what he's talking about right now. Oh yeah, you might want to just chill for a second because this shit they just dropped this an hour ago.
Yeah. But here's the bottom line.
Let's pull up his extras on the side in case.
Yeah, Real Hawk Jones. This is.
If you're new here, double tap the screen. This was just dropped an hour ago.
Involved with the underage girls or any of the Epstein stuff, but Bondi admitted this.
All right, my bad.
I know the whole backstory. I predicted it. I knew what Trump's never been involved with the underage girls or any of the Epstein stuff. But Bondi admitted this 3 days ago in the congressional hearing. She said it'll crash the stock market if we bring this out. But Trump didn't know how bad it was. Plus, it was all old stuff, so they knew there couldn't be prosecutions. They knew the Democrats controlled the files. So Trump wasn't involved in the crimes, but he became complicit, letting the DOJ cover it up. But then as the first tranche of stuff came out, the first 3 million files, he's like, this vindicates me. Like I said, well, now so much pressure's come out that they released 3 million more files today. They say that's basically all of it. And they released the full list. And by the way, I'm on the list. What? Yeah, it's all over the internet. But I'll get to that later. It's his enemies too. So there's not like a client list. These are the guys we, you know,
I mean, he brushed that off. He said it's his enemies, but I'm looking at the list and I'm thinking about who else is the enemies. You know, like I want to hear what you got to say about that.
What? Yeah, it's all, so much pressure's come out that they released 3 million more files today. They say that's basically all of it.
Hey, yo, Candace Owens was like, yo, she was brushing her head. I mean, like she thought that her and fucking Tucker was gonna be caught up in this shit.
And they released the full list. And by the way, I'm on the list. What? Yeah, it's all over the internet. But I'll get to that later. It's his enemies too. So there's not like
it's good. That's a good look to see fucking Alex Jones outside right now because they hunting him down.
Client list.
I made a joke earlier and said that I think that he's actually living on a fucking traveling ship. He doesn't actually touch land like that. What you see in it is a let your imagination run wild. Double tap the screen.
The guys we, you know, literally cannibalism, killing people, draining their blood, adrenochrome, Woody Allen, them talking about eating people.
I'm not gonna lie, some of this shit is disgusting as fuck, man. I think y'all really need to look at the screen.
Grinding up bones, eating. I mean, it is Leonardo DiCaprio. Just, I mean, it's all there. But in the first tranche of documents, I mean, there's 16 times.
You're on his enemy list.
Yeah, well, it doesn't say enemies list, but it's like this son of a bitch is saying we're screwing kids and we got to stop him. This is 2016.
Yeah.
When Pizzagate came out.
Yep.
So I love the left's attacking me now. Like Jones in the files, they show a screenshot.
Yeah.
You go to my Real Hawk Shows, you'll see it. But when you actually go there and search it, which I was doing before you guys picked me up, and it's just more stuff.
Yeah.
So there was 16 I found before. I couldn't even. It was like hundreds of me in there. So I mean, they were on my ass.
Yeah.
But now I had the clearest picture just because I was the first reporter on this 18 years ago when he first got indicted.
One of the OGs in this.
But now we have. Before I kind of still had a clear view, but now I've got crystal clear view. And so now we've got the whole blueprint of how it works, how it operates. And I knew he worked for the Trial Commission. I didn't know that he was on the Trial Commission board as David Rockefeller, who founded it. His they call it a legate in Roman imperialism, where you have the emperor, but you have 3 or 4 guys that would literally have a seal or a ring and a scroll with his orders, and they could travel to different countries in the empire or the different regions and give them orders.
Yep.
So Epstein, in his Bannon interview that came out, not because Bannon released it, but because 2 hours of 9 hours is in the Epstein.
I didn't realize how rich this motherfucker was, y'all. Like this motherfucker was like the key to a lot of people's financial empire. And plus, he's been around forever, bro.
What are your thoughts on that? Them releasing the interview? Because they did the interview, what, 2018, 2019-ish?
Yeah.
Like, it took them forever to release it. What were your thoughts on that interview?
Well, it's because this wasn't known. It was known, just like Mike Benz. This doesn't just
Type ones, if y'all seen the interview, the Epstein interview that he just released.
search the Epstein files. He searches all the different government
And DJ Vlad just put the shit out. You know what I'm saying?
files.
Yeah.
But there's billions of them. So I knew he was on the Trial Commission. I knew he got recruited by Bill Barr's dad that ran the all-girls school, who was OSS CIA. Bill Barr was CIA. Then so that's a whole. We won't go through it all. It's crazy. But we have the whole blueprint now of how this worked. And so he was starting when he was 30 in 1991, picked because he was working for Bill Barr and the CIA and Mossad, also MI6. He was. This has all now been released.
You gotta look Bill Barr up.
Yeah.
He was picked to be the gopher for David Rockefeller when David Rockefeller couldn't go to a meeting in Japan or Germany or London. Epstein. So Epstein tells Steve Bannon all this. Well, it wasn't secret, but no one knew it. I was able to go look.
Hold your hats, because it's about to get nasty. Like I told you, man, Alex Jones is about to break down Epstein for dummies. Just in case you don't know. You want to know how filthy this shit is?
And anybody can do this and find Trilateral Commission minutes that are public with him in 92, 93, right through till like 2015 or whatever, chairing Trilateral Commission meetings. People don't know about Trilateral Commission. It was set up by David Rockefeller, created the UN in 47 and not 100 years old. This is before the WEF. This is proto WEF. So that's why Epstein was so powerful, and he was the main Rothschild representative, because David Rockefeller was. But by the time he hit about 80, he didn't want to do it anymore. But Epstein worked for him, so that he had been chosen by the CIA and Mossad and the Rothschilds to be the representative. So he was the head of the Trilateral Commission, factotum, under it's like when you're the boss, you got your assistant. That's when you finally die, that guy's the boss.
Yeah, he was number 2, but he was really running things because Rockefeller was 12.
Yeah, so he was the head of the Trilateral Commission.
Damn.
And that's why they said this guy runs everything. That's why emails came out where he's trying to undermine, overthrow Putin. And Putin, like 10 years ago, is begging to meet with him. He's like, no, I won't meet with Putin over the phone, only in person. And like people are like, why would Putin be kissing this guy's ass? Because this is literally the Trilateral Commission Rothschild commander. And so, and you talk about the Israel thing. Israel created, the Rothschilds created Israel. The Balfour Agreement, they built and paid for the Supreme Court.
They're on the currency, dude.
They're on the currency.
Crazy, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is the Illuminati, baby.
So
this is like, so we already knew, but this is all, I didn't know he was that powerful.
Wow.
I knew he was a super gopher, but look, you wait around long enough, all the old men die. No, bitch, you're in command. So
you're the captain now. You're the captain now.
She's like, I'm the captain now, bitch.
We got the legend out.
That's why this is.
Hey, yo, man. Street Queen in the building. Henny in the building. Salute. Why I can't see y'all on YouTube? Let me see.
This is the Illuminati, baby.
The elite.
So this is like, so we already knew, but this is all, I didn't know he was that powerful.
Wow.
I knew he was a super gopher, but look, you wait around long enough, all the old men die. No, bitch, you're in command. So
they was taking the babies, right? And while they was babies, they was starving the babies until they get and then take their shit. Yo, it's gonna get nasty. Watch.
You're the captain now. You're the captain now.
She's like, I'm the captain now, bitch.
We got the legend out.
That's why this is so massive. Oh, look, I'm on the list. Yeah, it's all how much they want to fucking get me.
So
I love the liberals. Oh, look, he's on the list. Yeah, motherfuckers. I'm on the enemy's list. I love it.
So
this
Alex,
is like I got the biggest fucking president tonight.
You saw the Pam Bondi, obviously, back and forth. What do you think about Pam Bondi in general?
That's what did it. That's a whole nother. That's the problem is each little thing I just said is like 30 minutes of detail. Because now I had all the pieces more than anybody. I'm not bragging. It's true. Now it all went like the final jigsaw puzzle went in. I'm like, about 4 hours, 5 hours ago, this hit. I was just in my hotel room going,
You think that hearing is what did it to her, right? Basically, like they went after her.
Well, here's who Pam Bondi is. She's a PR person. She's not bad. She's not involved.
Yeah.
We knew this when she got in. She likes Trump. He likes her.
They got her name on that shit, though.
Thought he could trust her. They put her in. And then early on, Susie Wiles came in and they said, listen, we know there's all these rich people. Ludwig told him, sir, I'm not involved with him, but it'll crash the stock market. This is old case. You can't prosecute him anyways. Plus, look, you're all in these files with
his neighbor.
and they load all these lies. But then Ludwig got caught lying.
Yeah.
He's at the aisle and everything else. And Trump said yesterday, he said, I didn't know Ludwig did that. He lied. So Trump, according to my sources who were in the meetings, yesterday and this morning, called him and he said, listen.
Who called him this morning? Sorry.
He had meetings yesterday and today with his cabinet.
Oh, okay. You mean
exclusive.
Trump had him this morning? Okay.
This is exclusive.
Yeah.
You don't trust Bondi, PV?
No one knows this. I've talked to multiple people, one that was in the room and other people that heard about it. And also people that were delivering my message, which I'm here in Florida delivering to the family. Like, listen, you're committing political suicide, self-inflicted wound. We know you're not in there. I had Mark Mitchell go 3 months ago to the White House, show him the numbers. This is what's killing him. We know he's not involved already. We know it was over the stock market because I was with people that were in the meeting over a year ago, 13 months ago.
They fucked the stock market right up last week.
When he's president-elect. And they told him this. And I've said it probably 1,000 times on air. Folks, I don't agree with it. People said I'm covering up for it. I was just saying with their idea, their mindset. I'm not agreeing with that. It'll crash the stock market. You got hundreds of head bankers, heads of universities, heads of brokerage firms.
Plunged the crypto market overnight. Fucked us all up. I mean, fucked a lot of people up. I ain't really taking much of a loss. I made a lot of money when it first started, especially when they started talking about the Greenland news, about taking that shit over. That's what really fucked the market up. They did it on purpose, man. They wanted to crash that crypto so they could rebuy that shit. I'm telling you, man. But a lot of people went out of business, man. Think about it like this. The type of L's that they took in the crypto market, oh, God. Not really stock market. The stock market wasn't really too affected that much. You know what I'm saying? Actually, what happened was people what made it like have such a reaction is that a lot of people went to gold. And then it shot gold all the way past 5,000. They basically, if all your money's in crypto and shit, and then Bitcoin is just plunging, what Bitcoin plunges, the whole market follows behind it. Trust me, I'm in crypto. I know it takes a hit. It's like a plague. So you know what they did in order to safeguard their money? They said, fuck that. They took their investments out of that shit and shipped it to gold. Oh God.
Royalty, not
Bill
just
Gates as well.
Bill Gates. Oh, it just goes on and on. All of top Obama's people. It's all Democrats, 99%.
Now don't get it. Don't get it twisted. The whole ecosystem was fucked. Stocks, bonds, everything. But crypto really took the big hit.
They came to Trump and they said,
the percentages. You said, come on, man. Y'all seen that Solana? Bro, I was looking at Solana. Solana was like 105. I turned around in 2 days. That shit was like at $80-something.
Bring this out, it'll bring down the stock market. I probably said, let's not exaggerate, 500 times the last year and a half that expect this to happen, because I was already told, don't expect this because this is what happened. And I said, you're making a mistake. They're going to stab you in the back. They said, no, they're not. And I said, that's wrong. But notice Bondi 3 days ago or Thursday was in that congressional hearing. Yeah. And she goes, it'll crash the stock market and bring down the system, I tell you. And people got the clips of me saying that like 100 times. So, but finally Trump got, oh my God, it's going to crash it anyways. I've been double crossed. So this morning he said, you're all fired. This is people in the meeting.
Wow.
He said, you're all
Trump a bad motherfucker.
fired. He said, I want, by the way, behind the scenes, Trump used to cuss some, he also, you see when he's hoarse, he goes, I'm sorry, I'm screaming people. He said, listen, motherfuckers, I'm sick of being tied to this shit. I'm the one that dropped a dime on him 18 years ago. He goes, you're all fucking fired if it isn't fucking released. Do you fucking understand me? They released the whole list of anybody in his files. They released 3 million more files. And Trump said, I will fire every goddamn one of you. Because they came to him and said, sir, they say your wife's a hooker. All this stuff that was all recycled from 9-10 years ago, which I said it was, and it came out. They said his wife's a hooker. We're Epstein. That wasn't true. He had a modeling agency that she was at. She wasn't at that.
This is the guy that's scared. All other presidents before Trump that didn't release it.
So they were
wasn't scared, but he's scared, and he's telling y'all,
with him and tell him you don't want to do this. They tricked him, and now Trump went thermonuclear. He finally listened to us. He finally listened to Roger Stone and others, and this is his historic. And I'm told Congressman Tim Burchett and others have said they have already been access to this. Okay. And they said, if you think the Satanism and the cannibalism and the blood drinking.
Okay. So what about this stuff? Look at this. Look at what he's about to say.
Bad. And what,
as a matter of fact, he got videos.
Before they said what is in these new files is going to shake everybody, and they warned you, don't even look at it if you don't want to have nightmares. I mean, this is, folks, this is the Death Star. This will be a day long remembered. I mean, this is mega freaking massive, and they're not going to. I noticed the economist Oma the Rothschilds. They say in the magazine they own it. It's like, oh God, yeah, oh look, here's all the files we cross-referenced them, and you notice you search them. There's no Trump, no emails, no communication. They're like, oh, we're exposing. Oh, look, the Rothschild lady was in charge. Even the Rothschild publications having to burn themselves. So this is rats leaving the sinking ship. Here's the danger. What do you guys think? And I'll shut up and go through all the pieces.
No.
What do you think they're about to pull now that this is going down? Because the deep state, they got codes to bring down power grids. They got all sorts of networks. They got all sorts of, terror groups they're funding. They got weird white supremacists out in the woods. No, seriously, you saw
they laughing. They don't have no clue what this motherfucker's about to say. See, Trump name is mentioned 38,000 times. So, saying what?
Obviously, Maxine Waters is there's Trump's training white supremacist militias and all. No, They got all sorts of crazy groups, radical Islam groups, all Hezbollah wound up, ready to go. So I'm saying we're in a maximum danger right now because Trump just dropped the fucking hammer, man.
The nuke.
He just dropped the fucking nuke.
Yeah. So where do we go from here? Because
that should be the headline. Trump just dropped the fucking nuke on the deep state. Trump just took the gloves off. Trump just fucking manned up. Trump just leveled up. I mean, people don't fucking get how huge this is. This is mega motherfucking. Okay, that's as much.
Yeah.
This is mega motherfucking.
This is your show, bro.
Well, I don't normally do this, but I mean, this is fucking awesome. This is everything we wanted. And let me tell you, they ain't getting out of this. I mean, the stuff. I was driving over here, just looking at the stuff, and your crew's awesome doing small talk. I was kind of like, I mean, it's just cannibalism, murdering kids, delivering sex slaves. I mean, it's just. So you tell me what I want to show? God, I mean, this is.
Dude, imagine he got it right there and then. Information. Let's do the show. Let's go. I'm like, we're going. Chop it.
Like I said, I'm tired. I'm dead. But I said, look, there's certain times you got to just, hey, we got to make it happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So. Holy crap.
Well, as hot as your girlfriend is, I can just look at her. I gotta wake up right away.
Let's go. Wait, but Mario, apparently we don't like girls, apparently.
Yeah, apparently not.
Apparently.
We're gay.
Yeah.
Remember that.
Apparently.
You put me on blast.
Yeah, we're all gay.
Yeah, we all are gay. That's what they always say, right?
Frogs in the water.
Yeah. Harvest some blueberries. Yeah. I was like, the blueberries won't make you gay.
Yeah. It's the frogs.
Let me say, none of us are getting any.
Damn, why do I look so blurry on camera? Yeah, this shit is about to get real messy, man. I want to get to the part where the black girls, the models, are sitting around this motherfucker. He's talking about buying their blood and they period. It's nasty. So okay. Nope. So let me ask you this, I guess. So obviously, Trump's been doing really good with the poker face with the Epstein files. I've said it for a while, like, man, this is going to hurt him a lot because the DOJ has been doing some good work with all the other stuff they got. The arrests are up.
And you're a former federal agent. You know stuff.
They've been compared to the Chris Wray's FBI and Merrick Garland's DOJ. They're way better.
They were going in reverse, covering up.
A minute, what did he just say to him? Hold up, did I miss something? Let me see.
Stuff.
They've been with all the other stuff they got. The arrests are up.
And you're a former federal agent. You know stuff.
They've been compared to.
He's a former federal agent, fresh and fit dude. Is that real? Oh shit! I never knew that, man.
The arrests are up.
And you're a former federal agent. You know stuff.
They've been compared to the Chris Wray's FBI and Merrick Garland's DOJ.
Oh, Alex Jones just threw that in. Did y'all know that this motherfucking fresh and fit dude was a former federal agent? And that Alex Jones was mentioned in this shit. This shit is smutty, man.
The arrests are up.
And you're a former federal agent. You know stuff.
They've been compared to the Chris Wray's FBI and Merrick Garland's DOJ. They're way better.
They were going in reverse, covering up. Trump was going up 50 miles an hour. Now he's going 1,000 miles an hour.
So I didn't realize, and I didn't know that it was like pissing him off this much with the Epstein files, but I could see why, because like it was hurting his legacy. You know, people were saying, "What the fuck's going on?" And he released everything. Where do we go from here, man? What do you think?
Well, I mean, that's the thing is listeners got mad at me saying I was covering up. I was talking to the White House. I was talking to these people, only with that. And I was getting their view and telling them what's now come out. But I was telling the White House, don't do this. They're going to stab you in the back. And you know how investigations are. When stuff's 20 years old, you're never going to get it. And then I'm not accusing all the victims of being bad. I'm just saying most of the victims, they kind of keep it the 14-year-olds and up, who most of them became operatives getting other kids. So they have an incentive not to say what they really did. So when they say, oh, these victims know everything, no, the files know it all.
Wow. Said the kids was being sent out to recruit other kids. That shit is wickedness.
Yeah.
And so you just can't go off these women that were used and set up, he was buying kids 8, 9, 10 years old in Eastern Europe who he'd bring back and use for years and years as sex slaves, who he would then
get a house in Paris and everything,
who he would then organize to be the handlers of the other girls. So he used women to control all the other slaves.
Yeah, no, it was crazy how he had this layered system, because I went through the West Palm Beach case file stuff. And he'd get these high school girls, recruit them. They'd do the massage, whatever. And then they'd get other girls and he'd just pay them all. And he kind of like had it was how he would insulate himself. That's what so him and Glenn would be first. Then he'd get the other girls. Then they would do all the work in getting all the other girls.
So he's a real pimp.
Kind of. But like
a super pimp.
Yeah. In the wrong way, but yeah.
Yeah, if evil pedophile pimp's got a cape, he's Superman.
Yeah, pretty much. So let me ask you this then, Alex, because obviously you've went through the files, you've been looking at this for decades. What is Trump's role specifically with Epstein? What was their actual relationship? We hear different stories from the media. CNN says they're best friends. Fox News says he kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago. The file came out where he reported him to the West Palm Beach in 2006. Can you kind of give us a quick, take your time, an overview? What was their relationship? When did they stop being friends? What was it in totality?
Yeah, I mean, we've had New York Times articles saying that they were best friends.
Yep.
That's not true. Before I endorsed Trump 10 years ago, I talked to the authors, I talked to the experts. Remember, I was already an expert on human trafficking, government sex operations, pedophilia.
Yeah.
Knew all the Ted Gunderson, John DeCamp, and all the guys that had literally exposed it in the Democrat and Republican Party. These are the guys that had in the front page in 1989. You can pull it up in the Washington Times. Underage call boys, midnight visits White House. Underage call boys, midnight visits White House. And so these are the guys that exposed the CIA base in D.C. producing child porn and snuff films. These are the guys that did all this. So not that I'm smart. When I was first getting on air, I was having these guys on, and Kathy O'Brien, Mind Control, MK Ultra, all this stuff. And so Trump is in New York. His dad's super conservative. He has his own business, gets $100 million from his dad. He works with Roy Cohn, the famous anti-communist that was the lawyer for McCarthy. That's Trump's MO. But Epstein comes along in the 90s and is the head of the Trial Commission and has all this investment stuff. And so just like Steve Bannon, they do business, but it's like investments and real estate and stuff. And that's what Trump knows. And so Epstein, obviously is in New York. Trump's in New York. And then you got the satellite at that time down here in Palm Beach. And so all that's public. That they're in events, they're at public shows, they're socialites, they're in some videos and photos together. But we knew, and Roger Stone exposed this 10 years ago when I first endorsed Trump. He wrote a book about it, Clinton and their war on women.
Your mother's a loser, Chronicle, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not on the phone, I'm actually on the computer. This is my phone, bastard. One of them. All right? Goofy ass nigga. Shoot these motherfuckers. Cockroaches. I call them 2:47 a.m. cockroaches. Get off my dick, man. It's the connection. Got kids up in here playing fucking video games. Everybody streaming in this shit. Sometimes it gets iffy. All right, mind your business.
Trump first dropped the dime to the Palm Beach police.
What part they don't understand? If Trump fails, we all fail. All right, 103 people. They saying that they're not happy with the job that ICE is doing. 37% of the people out of 100 Hey man, that's a big percentage of people that's not happy with the job ICE is doing. Maybe they going too far, the people saying.
And got him indicted. So all that new news that's been released in the last
I think they're doing an excellent job.
tranche of Epstein files a few weeks ago, that's old news. It was Trump that was the informant. And then Michael Wolff, who is number 3 in the files, the most mentioned, the most emails, dirty Democrat operative, he is in there over the last 8-9 years, constantly with Epstein. And they made recordings together that have been come out. Like, how do we set Trump up? He's like, he never took massages. He never came to the house. We can't get him. I know he's the one that dropped the dime on me.
Real G.
Yeah. So what's crazy is that's why I was saying, like, Trump's not involved. Trump dropped the dime. But it wasn't until, and then Trump, until 2 years ago, was like, yeah, release it all. Then they come to him when he's president, and they go, sir, it's hundreds of bankers, it's heads of universities, it's top scientists. This will kill the faith and credit of the U.S. Plus it's old, plus it's full of crap, plus the Democrats control the file, it's going nowhere. You need to just kill it. So Trump said, fine, kill it. And I was like, I told them, I said, do not do this. They're going to stab you in the back and claim you're involved. And they're like, that's ridiculous. I'm not involved. And I said, they don't care. They're already caught. They're done. All they can do is trick you to grab victory from the jaws of defeat, or to grab defeat from the jaws of victory.
Yeah.
Y'all hear this shit? Yeah, man.
Crap.
Pretty much, this is going to be viral tomorrow. They just did this interview a little while ago.
They come to him when he's president, and they go, sir, it's hundreds of bankers, it's heads of universities, it's top scientists. This will kill the faith and credit of the U.S. Plus it's old, plus it's full of crap, plus the Democrats control the file, it's going nowhere. You need to just kill it. So Trump said, fine, kill it. And I was like, I told them, I said, do not do this. They're going to stab you in the back and claim you're involved. And they're like, that's ridiculous. I'm not involved. And I said, they don't care. They're already caught. They're done. All they can do is trick you to grab victory from the jaws of defeat, or to grab defeat from the jaws of victory.
Yeah.
Double tap the screen, get the likes up. Willie Lump in the building. Willie Lump in them, salute.
To grab defeat from the jaws of victory.
So
it's taken me a year of literally hammering him and hammering his advisors, because you can talk to him and it's just, he's always like the next thing. He's very savantish, very autistic, I would say. Definitely Asperger's at the next level, not in a bad way, but he's a cut above the rest in a weird way. But I had to go ape shit on air the last week. I had to come here, and I had to tell him, I said, I'm going to come bullhorn Mar-a-Lago, because I can go meet with Trump if I want to, but it's more efficient. I've done it before when his first admin on the Russiagate to fire some people, which he did fire. That whole 60 minutes on it. I finally got my people fired by bullhorning for 2 days off and on the White House. And then Trump could hear it and came out and watched it and said it finally fired him. So it's like he can't get his attention. He's like, I'm going to get the Panama Canal and stop China. I'm going to take over Venezuela. I'm going to cut off the voting machines that are fraud. I'm going to get 20 trillion in investment. He's like, his brain is like, he's like goal oriented. Like he has a scale of things. He's like, I'm not involved in Epstein. I'm safe. I don't want to go there. But I'm like, that doesn't matter. They're going to make this the litmus test for you. So, I'm not trying to give myself the credit, but it's true. A bunch of other people are doing it too. I literally said, I'm coming to Florida. And I said, I'm staying here until I was going to be staying until next week. Then I got the word yesterday. I said, you'll be pleased with what's about to happen this morning. I was like, watch what happens. I was like, we'll see. So I was like holding off to see what's going on, because I was going to go to Mar-a-Lago.
I'm going to tell you something interesting about Alex Jones. It says, as of 2024, Alex Jones' personal net worth was estimated to be around $9 million to $14 million. According to financial statements filed in this Chapter 11 bankruptcy case, this figure represents a fraction of the nearly $1.5 billion in defamation judgments he owes to the family of the Sandy Hook Elementary school shootings. Man, that's ill. That's ill. They do anything to try to put a nigga like this out of commission. Trust me, man. Too much. He tell too much truth.
With a gigantic bullhorn and scream for days.
John Dizzo in the building. Salute, John.
And the whole press would be there. But the point is
time to release everything.
Absolutely.
Shot-town salute, man.
Yeah.
But the point is, that's the power of the people. But it's also the fact that Trump wasn't involved.
Nigga Willie Lump in them.
So now all these emails
going out like Willie Lump.
a text message. He's ratting them out at the feds. He's ratting them out to the local police. Yeah, that's who Trump is. I mean, I remember Roger Stone telling me this before it was even in the news like 10 years ago. And he's Trump's confidant. He's like, yeah, Virginia Giuffre.
Paid crisis actors.
She had another name. It was her maiden name. She's there. She works at the place. And Ghislaine Maxwell pulls her out. And then they caught Epstein pulling another girl out. And all the victims say they never saw Trump other than the two that worked there. They say he's totally nice. They'd see him walk by. And so Trump literally came to Epstein the first time. He said, don't pull another girl out of here. They pulled another, and he got pissed and dropped a dime on him. So that shows how much he's
got destroyed Alex Jones as a result of him blowing the whistle on these fucking evil bastards. Double tap screens, get the lights up.
Involved in the minutia of his business.
Because he was pissed off that they were taking his employees.
They were taking his employees.
Yeah.
And Epstein says all that to Michael Wolff. So I'm on air going, hey, Trump's not involved in the lies covering up. You know, we know he thinks he'll scratch the stock market. Not just because I believe Trump and the Democrats spin it. Oh, God, you're all the pedo party. No, guys, it's hundreds of top Democrats, hundreds of university heads, all these Hollywood people going to the island, delivering kids, eating babies, draining blood, adrenochrome. I mean, it's all in there, grinding up bones. I mean, it is, they are, but what else do they do? They just put on this confidence act, puffed up like roosters, hoping he would be intimidated. And for a while he was. He's like, this is embarrassing, but it's over. I mean, they are completely screwed now.
Yeah. What was the extent of their, their friendship? I know they were friends for a bit. It seems like party mates or whatever. What was the extent of that?
Well, I don't just believe Roger Stone. Back in the day, the New York Times.
I want to get to the shit with the girls. Hold up a second.
We've heard the rumors, Lolita Express. We've heard, we've seen the pictures too, right? Especially all the pictures that came through recently.
Yeah, did he get more BJs?
This guy. What is the deal with the Clintons? What was his relationship with Bill? What was his relationship with Hillary? They fought back. They went on Twitter and they said, "Hey, yeah, we want to go ahead and we want to testify. We want to make sure it's open, etc." So now I guess
and then they pulled back.
Oh, they did pull back after that again?
Yeah. So that's a great question.
Go ahead. Take it away.
Use your federal law enforcement training. We don't have to speculate. In the last tranche of 3 million emails released a few weeks ago, you have Ghislaine Maxwell, who was appointed by the UN, the head of the UN Sea Treaty, where the UN claims ownership of the ocean.
Yes.
She was the head of that.
Yeah.
She is in emails back to 2005, 6, 7 with the Rothschild money founding the Clinton Global Initiative. So the Clinton Global Initiative, the Clinton Foundation,
she founded that.
And the Clinton Library. Yeah, there's 3 foundations. But the Clinton Global Initiative, the money from the Rothschilds through her, and her dad was Robert Maxwell, the MI6 Mossad agent, all that. Yeah. Multi-billionaire, owned most of the media over there, newspapers, TV stations. Fell off the boat,
And he fell off the boat.
And that business is handed to him,
to
Epstein. And so with the Clintons, you have them literally being given the money by Epstein. So again, Epstein is David Rockefeller's factotum or his legate or his executioner. Because again, when you're a powerful, super, ultra rich person, you got to have people you trust.
Of course.
And so this is like his demigod. And so he's the head of the Federal Commission. In the emails, and the Rothschilds admit it, yes, he is our main global representative of the richest family on earth. Okay? And this is admitted by the Rothschilds. They're apologizing today in the news. The King of England says, I'm ready to have my brother arrested.
They say them rocks. I don't want to even say what they say about them, but I seen a lot of documentaries based off of them motherfuckers in particular.
That's what I'm saying, guys. This is the mother load. Okay,
yeah.
Like this is everything vindicated.
We're gonna ask you about King Andrews and the Brits next.
Absolutely.
This.
So I cannot over. I mean, you know me. You've been on my show, and it's not a slow news today, but hey, you're a great guest. Okay, yeah. No, you got good promise. But the point is, I got a fucking soul. No, you did a great job. What I'm saying is, I'm on my own show. I'm like that.
Yeah.
This I cannot.
No, this is a big deal.
This is not hype.
This is a big deal.
This is not hype.
It's real.
Huge.
This is over the fucking top. I mean, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God.
Thank you, Lord.
The history is Valentine's Day 2026. Holy fucking Toledo.
Christ is king.
Yeah, Christ is king. So, yeah. The relationship with the Clintons is they're his bitch because he's Trilateral Commission Rothschild. So when people say like this guy was the boss, he was the boss. Because when Rockefeller died, he was his toady.
You know, I did not know. So just so I make sure I have this right. So Ghislaine basically founded the organizations, got the funding for the organizations, and Epstein controlled the purse strings.
Yes.
For the Clinton foundations. Wow.
That's right. It goes Rothschilds, which funded on record the Rockefeller Federal Reserve.
You Willie Lump. I ain't been live in forever, man. But you can go to my live list and go look at some of the lives I do. This is just spur of the moment.
They set it up with his dad.
We dig into it get ratchet over here.
They donated the land for the UN, San Francisco, and New York. David Rockefeller wrote books. They set up the whole New World Order, baby. And this guy is the gopher. But anybody knows you're a gopher 20, 30 years. Boss dies.
I want y'all to pay attention to everything that he's saying from here, because this is what he's about to say right now was the reason that sparked me to do this video.
I already said this 5 times.
The guy.
This is fucking David Rockefeller, man. This is. So you ask the Clintons. Yeah, the Clintons are downstream from this. He was the Clintons' boss.
Now look. I want y'all to follow this. That okay? If you into this shit, right? A lot of shit that's going on with this, I haven't been paying attention to, but this part right here, what basically walks you down and makes the connection on how Epstein even comes into play.
The guy.
This is fucking David Rockefeller, man. This
Rockefeller.
So you ask the Clintons. Yeah, the Clintons are downstream from this. He was the Clintons' boss. Jeffrey Epstein was a Clintons' boss.
So what was like? So obviously they relied on him for funding. Ghislaine Maxwell actually founded the
but not just
organization
the funding.
secured the money.
The funding comes in, and all the politicians are bought. They do what you say. The funding's secondary to the control.
So just real quick, just to interject here real quick. If I want to run in politics, I got to be a part of that system. Have to be. There's no way I could ease in by myself. Got to be a part of the system, is what you're saying.
Yeah, and I'm not defending Steve Bannon.
Yeah.
Because he did make some jokes about kids. And I like Steve. He's very smart. He's done a great job with the rebellions in Europe and everything. Mm-hmm. But he knows back when he's a financier, well, you go to the king. So they're like, why is Steve Bannon? But it's never about, other than like one email. It's all about money. And then the causes are good, which is crazy.
Why did he hold on to the interview so long?
Well, he never released it. Only 2 hours of 9 hours.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why did he never release it? Like, he held on to it for
I think
years.
Epstein realized he shouldn't have said the things he said. Like, David Rockefeller recruited me when I was 30. And again, you want to hear about the British, but let's do Bill Barr first.
Sure, go for it.
Type in.
Pay attention, y'all. Barr.
Bill Barr's father, space relations. His name's
okay. Bill Barr's father, space relations.
Donald Barr, but the point is,
okay, we'll pull that up for you right now and get up.
So his dad is.
You want the wiki page or
whatever you want?
Okay.
So space relations. Just pull up space relations.
Bill Barr's father, space relations. Bills, please.
So Bill Barr.
Here it is, right here. Make it big so Alex can see it.
His dad.
Let me just tell you something, Obi. Right. All roads lead to Israel.
And is number 3 in the OSS in World War II.
Okay.
Whoa.
Like former CIA.
Yeah, but that's like advising directly, Eisenhower. Okay. So and Churchill. So Bill Barr's dad, Donald Barr.
Yeah, it literally has space relations right there.
He
click Donald Barr. Click his thing.
He is number 3 in the OSS. This is declassified. Then high level CIA. He runs a girls' school.
I don't even like saying that Israel or the J words or the Zionists. I just, my views are way too deep when it comes down to Israel.
In New York.
Some evil shit going on out there, man. I hate to say that Trump's name is in that too, but I mean, and not that maybe people might not say it in a bad way, but allegedly they want to make the Gaza Strip like the new fucking Vegas or Atlantic City. That's the plan for Gaza Strip. That's what they want to do. That's what the democracy they want to do over there. Business. You know what I'm saying? They want to take Gaza, take the people, move them the fuck out of there, or teach them. They want to open up colleges to teach them tourism. They want to take these motherfuckers from the Gaza Strip and teach them how to serve y'all rich. This is crazy, man. But I'm just saying that's the only kind of like, that's what I heard Trump say that. And I think that is just fucking insane. But if y'all know about positioning and Israel and why they went so hard, you know, why they got the eyes on Iran, it's nasty, bro. Why do you think any news, like the news about Iran, about the United States going to fucking regulate on Iran, right? Took the market and went like this. Boom.
And at like 25.
Alex Jones ain't lying, man. Big business. He might not be saying everything, but the shit that he is saying is very true. It's all about that money. Follow that dope. Follow that dope for those plays. And you want to follow the evil? Look right at Israel.
If they hired Jeffrey Epstein to work there.
Oh, hell no. No.
Then in New York, and at like 25, they hired Jeffrey Epstein to work there.
Oh, hell no. No.
Then
No, Midwest. If he's putting Gaza on the business, what's the issue? Maybe it helps them get right. Now, I do view it that way too, though, Midwest. Don't get it twisted. Let's not even get it twisted. I think that it's a great business idea. I think it's a great business idea. But in the middle of war, it's what I'm trying to show you is this, right? That land means something to them. Okay? Yo, tell your mother shut up, clown. All right? I'm going to ban you. Get up out of here. I don't like you. You got the wrong energy. Go to my other channel. I like trolling on my other channel. It's called These Nuts in Your Mouth. Anyway, I think that it would help them. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen how tourism helps, like people, like, you know what I'm saying, in Puerto Rico, you know. Picture of God. Yeah, man. Yes. And I think that land is it has a lot of it's a difference than when you're trying to say that you're going to take downtown Manhattan. Yeah, the big business might be affected, but it doesn't have no attachment to the people. You think motherfuckers in Harlem care about downtown Manhattan? No. Nobody gives a fuck about downtown Manhattan. That's where Twin Towers was at. You know what I'm saying? You seen what they did with the Twin Towers? They built another motherfucking Twin Towers, right? One World Trade Center. They built something even more bigger down there. You know what I mean? Because it's business. Even knocking the business down, some of those people down there looked at it as business. When the market crashes, trust me, it only crashes for the broke people. The rich motherfuckers are eating steak, Wagyu. You know what I mean? That's just how it goes.
The Dalton School, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Dalton School.
Yeah.
5
Math
years.
teacher.
Yeah.
I'll drop the link for you if you want me to, Walker 27. Salute. I'll drop the link. If you want to pull up, you can hit the link if you want to speak. You know what I'm saying? Just hit this link. And you have the option to turn your camera off. So you just hit the camera, it'll go off. You'll be able to prepare that behind the stage before anybody can see. Just fix your mic and turn your camera off. If you want to put your camera on, you can put your camera on, but you don't have to. Here. If you want to turn your camera off, it'll do like this. It'll just show your initial. See what I'm doing to myself? See what I'm doing to myself? No freaky. You can do that to yourself too. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy.
5 years later, he's the representative of the head of the Toronto Commission. So it's all so here's the deal.
It's nuts.
Bill Barr is the head, same as Jeffrey, the manager, it's declassified, of Iran-Contra. Because they kept it secret from Reagan.
He was say that one more time. He was the manager.
Bill Barr on record was CIA.
Yep.
And the main White House manager they kept secret from Reagan under George Herbert Walker Bush of Iran-Contra.
Oh my God. Okay.
So his dad runs the Dalton School. Then they
hold on, Venezuela. You coming in real hot, bro. My boy Ja TSTV is in the building. We are going to build you something better. Just trust us. If you're referring to the Gaza, if you're referring to Gaza, I get it. Cause I mean, like I'm kind of like on both sides. I do want to see something better happen for them, but I just think it's just a blatant, you know what I mean? Like it's an obvious issue to happen when you're dealing with land that the people are attached to. Do you get where I'm coming from? Like the Dome of the Rock. You know, the Muslims is fighting the Christians and I mean the Jews forever about this shit. They went and bombed it, and yo, listen, if I tell you about the Dome of the Rock and the history from its inception to Muslims, that's a very sacred place. But it's been rebuilt a bunch of times.
Epstein. Then in 1991, they used the Somalis as the cutout.
Hit that link right there, you know what I'm saying, if you want to pull up. That's the link. Are you happy with the job ICE is doing? Hey, man, people are, okay, we got 43% of the people that says yes, but more than half of the people say no. People are not enjoying, like, you know, they're not enjoying ICE. Ice, baby. Ice, baby. It's my favorite song.
Of a bunch of billions of dollars to ship them to Ohio, and they set up in Ohio a evergreen transportation that used to just be north of here, run by Oliver North, the CIA Air Force. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So
yes, there's a CIA base. Yes, a former back in the day.
Yeah. So he becomes. That's where they got all the seized planes, Maduro's, all of it up there. And so all of that, I just turned it the other day. Leave it at that. I'll get it later. So all of this is going on, and so that his dad publishes, whatever year it was, you pull up Space Relations, a book about humans that work with aliens to kidnap human children on Earth to ship them to a planet for sex slavery and satanic torture. 1973.
Yep.
So this number 3 in OSS writes a science fiction book about intergalactic sex slavery of human little boys and girls. And his son is the head of the Iran-Contra liaison. And then he hires Jeffrey Epstein, and 5 years later becomes the head of the Trilateral Commission. Oh, shit!
Wow.
Oh, shit! Oh, shit!
Wow.
Now we're getting it, because these old men need an energetic guy that'll do what they fucking tell them.
Yeah. So
he's a young guy.
I see what you're saying. Young guy, gopher. I'll do it. I'll make it happen, etc. Because you know, I always thought it was weird
And
how
I'll deliver all you old men, all the girls you want to screw.
Yeah.
He was like a promoter in Miami Club.
Yeah.
He brings all the girls.
Well, if you listen to him speak, he's actually very well spoken and very charismatic. Like, and he's very smart. Even though, and he's like, you could tell he's a very good, like, he has a New York accent like that. Like, and he's a bullshitter, but like, the guy's charming. I could see why.
Well, they got to pick somebody.
Yeah.
And so I remember like 20 years ago, I'd interview experts on Rockefeller, and he would just do test scores. And they do these psychological tests and stuff that, you know, you'd have, we're going to give you a scholarship. We do all these Minnesota multiphasics and stuff. And then you'd be in Wisconsin or wherever, and Dan Rockefeller would be in the line at the cafeteria. I said, we'd like you to come work for us. It's like the Pink Floyd song, "Have a cigar, son. You're going to go far. You're going to live forever." You're going to go. So, yeah, I mean, the point is we now, all the pieces have gone crystal clear.
But because it's not like he went to Harvard. It's not like he went to Yale. He didn't go to any of these elite institutions. I don't even think he has a college degree.
Yeah,
like,
no degree. And he's the head guy at a girls' school.
Yeah.
And now,
like,
now,
why did they pick him?
5 years later, he's the head of the Trilateral Commission.
Like, why did they pick him? Like, why did he? Was it because he like was the girl guy? Like, he could get them women? Like,
it was because he's a pedophile.
Okay. Whoa.
And they just chose.
Hey, no.
Okay. You said I was going crazy in the chat, but that's
no
true.
No Pam Bondi hate.
No, hold on. I'm not hating. Do you know that she's a registered agent for Qatar? Do you know that as an American? Because that's a fact. You can't lie about that. Okay. Okay. Tell me she's not, and I'll get off and I'll go away.
Okay, hold on for a second. I'm trying to calibrate the show, man. You
If
know,
I'm lying,
I don't speak Venezuelan, but go ahead.
I'm saying, and second of all, Venezuela is a great asset to the great country of the United States, is it not? Currently, do you know that we made your GDP go up? Do you know that?
Well, yeah, but we made the stock market crash.
You're lying, because technically every oil stock has gone up by a percentage point since January 3rd. So technically we are keeping the stock, we are keeping the Dow alive. Technically, Chevron, ExxonMobil, I could go on. ConocoPhillips.
How's Maduro doing? You think?
What you mean, nigga? How La Brim doing? They all right. They cooling. What you mean? So are you telling me Maduro's not homie? What you say? He not official?
You think he banging?
Of course, nigga. You think he not holding it down? You gonna say that? You know he holding it down, right?
But anyway, look.
Who Maduro told on? He ain't telling nobody, right?
On his wife.
What? His wife is holding it down. You're lying. You know what they pleaded? They pleaded political prisoners of war. They're not even telling. They haven't told on nobody. So come on, let's get back to the content. So is Pam Bondi a registered agent? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Did Pam Bondi orchestrate the deal to open up detention centers in America on behalf of Qatar as she was being used as a foreign agent? Yes or no? That's a Googleable fact. Yes or no?
Oh, because it comes from Google's a fact, you're saying?
No. What I'm saying is Google cannot lie on government officials. They can't. They can't. They could get sued. Can't lie on them. Okay, so in about 2019, she held negotiations between Qatar and the American government to open up detention centers. Like, what's a prison in America? A U.S. A private prison? Can you tell me one?
All of them.
No. Some of them is funded by the state. Rikers Island is a state prison.
Oh yeah, that's a jail.
That's a jail. And Clinton. That's a state. That's another state prison.
Yeah, that's a state prison. Yeah.
So tell me one that's not a state one, that's privately owned. What is it? Job Corps? What's the name of them shits?
What, Job Corps? That's not a prison.
What's the name of the jail that's like privately that all y'all niggas know about? Lompoc or some one of them weird shit that's private jails, right?
Why don't you just tell me?
I don't know them. I never been to a private jail.
That's listen. All of them that's up north is private jails.
Hold on. The federal penitentiaries are private jails.
State prison is private. The jails are state. The jails are state. Excuse me. State prison is actually privately owned.
Is it wrong that the privately owned state jails are owned by foreign governments? Is that wrong?
It's not owned by a private government. What are you talking about?
What I just explained to you.
All of those companies that service those joints up north, right? Are nobody.
I'm asking you.
All of those jails are privately owned. I mean, Oprah Winfrey has stock in fucking.
Okay, I believe you. Is it wrong that a foreign government owns about 48% of the stocks in the private jail, or 48%?
I don't think so. I don't think so, because that's a very small.
I just told you that
it's a small. It's still a small demographic of people. Even if 48% of them own it, foreign, doesn't matter. We probably own way more shit in their country.
What? Hold on. Whoa. You skipping steps here. I asked you if a foreign government like Qatar owns if a private government is a foreign government like Qatar, is 4 out of every 7 board members on the private prisons. Is that wrong? If about, I don't know, 72% of the population in prison is black, do you feel offended by that? Is that a second step of
So
slavery?
you're saying, so you're making the connection. Okay, so this, okay, now we cooking with grease, right? So you're saying just because the person owns the jail that they have something to do with the crime rate? Make the connection for me.
What you mean? Like, I understand that that most of the lobbying money comes from.
Nigga, shut up. Okay? I don't want to hear that shit. He can't even answer the question.
Well, if most of the people who try to pass the bill in your state, the money that they get from the fundraisers are from private prisons that trying to make laws for you to go to jail, is that wrong?
It might be wrong, but it still doesn't. I want you. This is what I want you to
The
do.
reason I bring that up is why would the government chase pedophiles when they have to chase gang members and drug dealers? If the people lobbying for those type of laws to change, they're not lobbying for pedophile laws to change. Nah, they like, nah, chill. Get the gang members and the drug dealers. What's more important to you, gun violence or the Nicki Minaj husband situation?
The point I'm trying to make is, right, if you could make some connection that, okay, yes, they might be, in favor of certain laws, to put certain people of color, certain ethnic groups, through the ringer, but how do they have anything to do with the crime rate? This is what I'm asking you. So you're trying to say you're trying to say because look, you're trying to say lobbying for the have stricter laws and shit like that is one thing, right? But to make somebody go and do something, that's a whole different ball game. So you can't. If you're gonna blame
I could make you do something. Of course, I could take every small business out of your community. I could do that, and do something like, I don't know, Iran-Contra, to bring in masses amount of drugs into your community.
We're talking about shareholders. We talk about people that own the country. Own the jail, right? We're talking about that. Those people.
And the marijuana law.
You saying Oprah Winfrey is
Yes. I'm saying that Oprah Winfrey is lobbying to your local politician to make weed laws in 1996 so that a massive amount of drug dealers could go to jail, and
Venezuela,
then like
Venezuela. We listen, Kamala Harris and them was the ones. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Biden, way back in the days, we know this, and we know that it's wrong, right? But does that make somebody pick up a gun? You talking about just because, let me explain this. Just because you're in a fucked up situation don't mean that you
if there's no jobs in your hood, what you gonna do?
Hold up, homie.
There's no jobs in your hood, my nigga. What you gonna do?
How many? Two niggas live in the same building. One guy lives in apartment 4A, the other guy lives in apartment 4B. They both got the same fucking color. They both come in, have the same, pretty much the same reality growing up, same age and everything. And they spend 10 years around each other growing up in apartment 4A and 4B. The guy in 4A decides to become a gangster because when he comes outside, he sees no opportunities, it's everybody else's fault except for my fault type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And he hits the streets running. That's his choice, right? Now the other guy that's right that mirrors his life decides to finish school, does something different than what this guy does. You try to,
Can I answer your question?
Look, let me ask you a question before you present.
We all get the premise. We all understand the premise.
Are you saying, hold on, son? Because are you saying that we don't have choices?
The answer to your question is, if what you're saying is true, it will only be an isolated incident in one state. It will only be isolated. But why is your question being applied to Chicago, Miami, New York, and
Well,
Los
now
Angeles, Wisconsin.
look.
Why isn't every black place or Spanish place those statistics go up? If it was a choice thing, it will only be isolated pockets. But in
Where you
America,
from? Where you from, nigga? Where you from?
me, I'm from the tri-state area. I'm from the Bronx.
No. Where you from?
I just told you. I'm from the Bronx.
What are you? What are you? What's your nationality?
I'm American.
So okay, so you have no ties to Venezuela? You never grew up.
I have ties to a lot of
have
places.
You grown up in? Have you ever spent time in Venezuela? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know any gangsters in Venezuela? Yes or no?
Yes.
Do you know killers in Venezuela?
I could, yes. Possible.
All right then. Do you?
But can I tell? But
okay,
can I?
No, I'm not done. I'm not done.
That?
The neighborhood where you're from?
What I'm trying to say.
Hold on for a second. Hold on. Let me finish. Because you presented the question, I answered it truthfully. You asked me if it's wrong. I said yes. So I'm asking you, motherfucker. You grew up
answer
around,
to your question.
Look. You grew up around degenerates, right? Too.
But hold on, but you skipping steps.
In your neighborhood in America. Hold on. We can talk about America.
Wait, before you skip a step.
Nah, man, you gotta let me finish. Hold on. I'm look. Obi said I know killers in the White House. I also know crackheads in the White House, like Hunter Biden.
I know a convicted felon in the White House right now.
Okay, we'll get to that later. But look, have you ever paid taxes?
I have to as an American. I voluntarily do.
Are you a criminal?
It depends on what the.
Are you a criminal, bro?
It depends on how the government feels. I could be labeled a domestic terrorist.
I don't think Pablo Escobar paid any taxes, my boy.
Homie, if you know anything about Pablo Escobar, he was playing American airplane pilots.
Listen. Let's talk about you.
What do you mean? Tom Cruise was American.
Hold on. Let's talk about you. You just finished admitting that you paid taxes, and you kind of admitted that you're not a criminal, right? I know you're not a fucking criminal.
I volunteered to pay taxes. I compulsively.
All right. Well, look. You're not. Are you a killer?
It depends.
All right. This is what I'm trying to say.
Murder.
The same opportunity. The same opportunity. The same opportunity.
You asked me questions about killers.
Nope.
You asked me questions about killers.
You asked me a question. You asked me a question about people targeting black people or corporations targeting black people. And I told you that black people have choices. And I think that people like you actually weaken that option to have.
Tell me a choice that a black person has to get out of poverty when no job in his community will hire him.
Okay, hold on. Wait. Now I'm going to show you how. Because in this corporation that we live in called America, opportunity presents itself to whoever takes the opportunity. That's it.
No. I think that's wrong. Based on the fact this is a capitalistic society.
Show me an opportunity your white ass got that my black ass don't got.
I will get a second interview faster than you just based on your criminal background. That's an opportunity.
That's a lie.
How?
You want me to give you an example? You want me to tell you why?
Of course.
Have you ever seen the videos with me on aircrafts fueling aircrafts? Yes or no?
Yes.
All right then. So shut the fuck up.
Were you a union
now,
member?
You don't think that there was somebody that was qualified more than me with my criminal ass? Hold on. You don't think that there was somebody more qualified than me when I was working with Homeland Security in Kentucky? Huh? Of course there was. Of course. Hold on, bro. Don't cut me off. Of course there was. But I'm the one.
And what I say to you,
I'm the one that got the second interview. I'm the one that got employed. right?
Only
And
because
I'm the one that had 20 years for violent robberies.
Only because of DEI where you allowed those opportunities.
Wrong. You know what it
How?
was? I'm gonna tell you how. Because there was no requirement to hire me where the fuck I was at. It was the people that was there, you know what I'm saying? And whoever
Which
fit.
is nepotism is illegal in the United States.
Let me explain something about the job market, being that you such a fucking robot, right? In a job market, most people that hire you in a job don't hire you because of your fucking skills, you idiot.
You said nepotism.
They hire you.
Is illegal.
No, listen.
Nepotism
They hire
is
you.
illegal.
Listen, my good Venezuelan brother. They hire you based off if I could sit around you for 8 hours. That's the fucking truth.
So what you're saying, DEI works? That's what you're saying? That you give less credited people opportunities? You saying that the black man helped the black man?
DEI is you didn't earn it.
Yes, because the white man wasn't giving you a shot. So they have to institute program like the Rooney Rule and like the NFL, like the Rooney Rule.
FBI, KKK. Listen, FBI, KKK, ABC, you know what I mean? Like, it's fucking. What does it stand for? Like,
me.
Oh well, look. Because look. Now you're disrespecting me. You want to know why, Venezuela? Because you're trying to say that my vernacular, right? Like my. You trying to you really taking away from my glory, kind of like you're like kind of kicking me while you're not like trying to kick me or something. You're trying to say that I didn't earn it.
What? Well, Donald Trump says you didn't earn it, not me. But
you the one that's over here mentioning I didn't earn it. You trying to say that my
because I didn't earn it. I ain't earn it. I ain't gonna lie to you, sir. What I'm saying is this great corporation that we live in, and prosper
Wait a minute.
under.
You was telling me that you was a fucking Jew man the other day.
I am. What does my religion have to do with my what are you discriminating based on my thoughts and my religion? I am.
No. I love J words.
Okay, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, bro. I heard Mikey B and them talking about Jesus and all that. And when I was saying historical facts about Jesus himself, they was kind of like offended or they was bothered or whatever. But when I say that Jesus is considered what Malcolm X is to the nation as a traitor, they got bothered. And I don't know why. Why.
Wait. You know what? You got to be careful what you say, bro.
I didn't say anything inappropriate. I said things that are historically facts. These are facts, historical facts.
You know,
I'm
not gonna lie. I don't want you to get offended by what I'm saying.
Please try to say things as proper as possible.
I'm gonna say nice things to you, right? Ever since you stopped eating, like, you know, I'm not gonna say that. Allegedly, ever since I stopped seeing videos of Venezuelan people eating garbage, you know, they
How we eating garbage if we was sitting on the largest reserves of petroleum and we was the biggest drug producer in the Western Hemisphere? How was that even possible to do both things at once? Can we all say that was black man propaganda since the black man was in office all them years of that propaganda? Is it fair to say that?
I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what you're talking about. But
you haven't seen those type of videos ever since the black man left office. I haven't seen those videos.
You talking about the one that turned everybody zesty?
Well,
Obama.
That's the same guy that was like in some files on the island. Yes or no? With Jigga Man in them.
Hold on, let's see. They about to talk about Jay-Z right now. Hold on.
Jay-Z?
I mean, you know, this goes on and on. But the point is that Now it's all coming out. And they're talking about draining kids of blood. They're talking about, have you seen all this stuff?
I haven't seen that in the files yet
I
because I
heard
was on
about
the
this in
plane. But
Hollywood, but I didn't think it was actually
look, we could go through that.
happening in real time.
We can go through
Leonardo DiCaprio's been implicated. New ones today is huge email
Can I ask you a question?
List.
What?
This is a fair question. This is a fair American question. Do you
Please,
want everybody
can
to go to jail? Hold up. If everyone goes to jail, it will crumble. It will crumble the economy and the political system. Is that okay to you that you lose your job, that everybody around you lose their job?
No job, man. Why you hate the black man so
Not
much?
you, not you, but people around you that you love and love you, that are somehow connected to the system or union members. Is that okay for everyone to lose their job? The economy crashes just to put these people in jail? Is that a fair trade?
Wait, yo, bro, that shit don't got nothing to do with the economy.
It do, because if
No,
you
it don't, bro. No, it don't.
My man, can I tell you something?
Listen, my man, it has something to do with war.
And political and economic clout, because the owner of Victoria's Secret, because Epstein went to jail, they went bankrupt. If you don't understand that, if you can't put things together, then this is above people then, because once Epstein went to jail, Victoria's Secret and all the companies established with that brand, they all went bankrupt because he stopped funding, like he stopped handling. He was the CEO of the company. He stopped doing that. Okay, so all those people lost their jobs. That's what I'm saying. He went to jail and all those people lost their job. The fashion world has crumbled because he went to jail. He was in charge of a lot of that stuff. Louis Vuitton, all that. He was in charge of that stuff, and the fashion economy crashed. So I'm asking you again, is that a fair trade? That a lot of people lose their job, but a lot of these people go to jail? Are you okay with that?
I'm not okay with you speaking false facts. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
You saying the Epstein files is false facts? Because
No,
I'm only saying things in the Epstein files. And if Jay-Z was in the island, where was Memphis Bleak, bro? That's not his man.
You look like you sound like you sniff panties. You okay?
No, I'm asking you. If Jay-Z was on the island, why wasn't Memphis Bleak there? That's not his man's? That's not his man's, bro. That nigga wasn't on the island with the do-rag and the fitted back? No? He took Pusha T. That nigga's dirtball, bro. How you gonna take a new nigga instead of your man's to the party?
Shut the fuck up.
Of him and Woody Allen talking about, I'm mainly on a human diet. I'm cannibalism. It's really made me lose weight. I grind the bones up.
Give me 1 second, Venezuela.
Fiber. And then they talk about in other emails, the last tranche, about, I've been on this cannibalism diet for a while, but now I'm going to go I'm going to get off this for a while.
Wow. And this is in the emails?
It's in the emails.
What about Jay-Z?
Where's
Memphis Bleak?
People like P. Diddy are spinoffs.
Yo, he's not the main arc. He's not the main arc.
No, but Diddy is. Diddy had his his own little weird stuff. Yeah.
And if you look at people connected to Epstein,
side journey,
they set up feeders into it.
Yo.
So it's kind of like minor leagues.
Okay.
Look, you got the minor league baseball teams.
Big league and minor league. He was a little league. Hey, boy, go over there.
Oh man.
Damn.
Okay.
Well, Peter Nygaard, you can look him up. Peter Nygaard was a whole nother thing. He had an island in the Caribbean, and they had all these women come that would have babies, and they'd sign them over. They'd cesarean them. So if they kill them before they're born,
nobody sued that nigga
they're born. They don't legally.
That shit. Remember that. Don't let that go over your head.
And then the things would artificially inseminate the women. And then if the baby is your baby, the stem cells are like 100 times more powerful. So then they would drain the babies of their bone marrow, their blood, and inject them in these old men. Some of the clients were George Herbert Walker Bush and others. And the thing is,
You said, do you believe some of this shit that you're hearing, brother?
My man, if that was so fake, why? Remember, Alex Jones had $1 billion. According to the Sandy Hook trial, he had $1 billion. If that was so fake, why they wasn't suing him? If what he was saying was defamatory, why nobody sued him for the billion? They just let him rock. What happened?
They sued him for 1.5 billion. He owes.
Yeah. The victims of Sandy Hook did that. But if he was lying about what he was saying about Jay-Z, about the Bushes, about Clinton,
he just started. Don't get it twisted. Listen, understand. There's people that's worth way more money that they could go for. They not saying.
But you're making my point. Remember, like during 9/11, he was dissing the Bushes. He been dissing Clinton. He been talking about
Midwest. Salute KB Bailey. Everybody that's in the chat. Hold on, let me shout them out. Meme, salute, meme, Lex Wexner, Obi.
When he say Les Wexner, he's talking about Victoria's Secret. Don't let that go over your head.
Yeah, but they're not bankrupt. You know what I'm saying?
No. Look that up then. Come on, look that up. Come on, do your Googles. Don't lie to your public, bro. Inform them.
Look at your screen.
All I see on my screen is Alex Jones dissing people since a pale horse, and nobody sued him. It's
called Behold the Pale White Horse.
I don't want to say it because you don't have copyrights to the books here, so.
I don't give a fuck. Let him come for me.
That man is dead. Salute Alice Cooper, no? Or William Cooper, whatever his name was.
William Cooper.
Bill. Wasn't it Bill too? AKA Bill?
Damn.
All I gotta ask you is.
I read that book when you was trying to tie your sneakers.
You read that book when you was washing socks in jail, nigga. Cut it out. Cut it out. And I'm not dissing you or whatever, because a lot of niggas go to jail. The president went to jail.
Can I ask you a personal question?
Yeah.
What made you racist, man? What black dude slapped the shit out of you and took your fucking lunch money?
It got nothing to do with being racist. It's about being disappointed. Yeah. That I could see a different group of people unite based on religion, based on a book that's prehistoric, and I know a group of people.
Bro, don't come over here with that racist shit, bro. I had to take them off. All right, let me get him bring back on. Let me take myself off so I'm not responsible for anything that he said.
I'm disappointed because black people has been around since the dawn of time. You know that the coast of Africa and the coast of Venezuela match up perfectly. It's the same fossil fuel that's found on the coast of Africa. It's only found on the coast of Brazil and Venezuela. That means they
give a fuck about no Africans, man. Get off my show. Get off my show. I seen the video. I did a reaction, right? I don't know. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Type ones. This guy wants to come on my show and start fucking, throwing. I'm not gonna say SPEAR chucking. I don't give a fuck if Venezuela matches up with Africa. Fuck Africa. And fuck Venezuela too. Where y'all was at with all this help that you said we need? We need help. And where our Venezuelan brothers down there selling mad oil?
We came to you. Remember? Biden opened the door. At 1.2 million of us came here. What do you mean? What do you mean? We walked over here like, what up, bloody? We walked to the block, all blocks across America. We here. We're here, brother. Like I said, I was disappointed in the black man because you're watching.
So when y'all finally got here, y'all was disappointed?
Well, yeah, because we watched. We thought that the white man was oppressing you. We believed it.
Okay, wait, listen. Hold on for a second. Let me just finish playing this, man. We gonna get back to that shit in a second.
In prison right now for this in Canada, but Nygaard is on TV shows admitting and like telling women, "Hey, I'll take your period blood. I'll take a baby. I'll take whatever. I'll pay you for this."
Hey, yo, niggas said they kidnapped your president, man. They kidnapped your president like a little fucking 10-year-old white girl.
When it comes out in court that he's not my president, you won't ever say that again. He's gonna come out in court.
Wait. When they kidnapped the guy that was acting like the president in Venezuela.
Thank you. It's gonna from the last court hearing that I saw, they asked for his birth certificate. They saying he was born in Colombia, and Maria Corina Machado, they asked for her election result because of the QR code. So you're gonna have to prove that he won that. But you could get.
So what do you think about Venezuela was producing the fraudulent voting machines?
They wasn't. They had the best voting machines on the planet because they gave you an unbreakable QR code. Unbreakable QR code. They couldn't break it.
Well, they got that from the Chinese. They got that idea from the Chinese.
No, they didn't. They got it from a company in Spain.
They got it from the Chinese.
No, come on. Don't misinform the people, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro.
The Chinese was the first ones using it.
Cut it out, bro. That's what I try to explain to you. When the Venezuelans got here, we was disappointed, bro, because we thought the white man was oppressing you. But look what you saying. You confusing your own people. That's what I'm trying to say. You
no.
Disinformation to your own people, bro.
No. This is information that I've been giving to my people. You the one that's late. But let me ask you a question.
What I'm saying is,
let me ask you a question.
Chinese.
Let me ask you a question.
You know it's not.
What you doing is spitting a lot of misinformation. If you look at my screen, every time you spit misinformation, I'll put the real information up there. So I'm gonna tell you this, Venezuela. When you say that y'all came here and y'all was disappointed in us,
yes,
do you not understand the condition of the black man in America? You keep falling for this news and thinking that we ain't out here.
What condition? Tell me.
What condition you talking about?
I would love to hear how you in conditions.
Because you have to, when you talk about fake news. Okay, for instance. That the
you say you in bad conditions.
No. Let me show you propaganda versus reality, right? And what you're saying is almost borderline racist. Right. You what you're trying to do is patronize the black man at the same time. What you're trying to do is say that you're disappointed in us. But number one, I'm Cambodian.
What I'm saying is, y'all used to fight in the 60s and now you're not. Well, what happened there? Well, you took two steps backwards.
Motherfucker, I was born in the 70s. What I know about that?
But your ancestors fought. So what? Y'all niggas is more scared than your grandparents? Y'all more scared? Y'all got more guns and bullets and y'all more scared?
Scared about what?
Y'all rather kill each other.
You gotta understand. No, listen. Are we gonna
y'all
talk?
Rather kill each other than go see the KKK political group.
Are we gonna talk or we gonna yell over each other? Because I care about that part that you're saying, the disappointment. Now, when you say that you were disappointment, right? So did you come here for the black man or did you come here for yourself and your family?
We came here for freedom. This is the last place.
Okay. With that in mind, did you have black people in your intent when you made your move?
We all did.
In which way?
Because y'all have guns.
What do you mean we have guns?
Like on TV.
White people have guns.
But they're the oppressors.
White people have guns.
Okay. But they're the oppressors. Once we
so y'all thought that y'all was gonna come so Venezuela. So you know what? I wish y'all would got this email.
But can we have a conversation? Because I know that went over your head.
We could have a conversation once you let me land my point. You cutting me off in the middle of every sentence I say, and now you know what I mean? But your disappointment when I asked you what was your motive for black people, you say the motive was freedom. Did you think that Venezuelans were going to come here and unite with black people? And if so, how the fuck was we supposed to know? Was you going to mail us a letter?
How are we going to unite with ourselves? We like are you different? Like is American black different from another black? I didn't say African, yes. But I'm saying American black is different in what way? Like DNA.
Well, culturally, you know what I'm saying? We are different. If you're not
That
from where
culturally is an experience.
No, not well, it's also based on geology. That's what we was talking about with Gaza. We're talking about the problem is going to come from it being a cultural standpoint for some people. People's hearts is there, But when you talk about American black, FBA are Africans from fucking South Africa the same as a black man that comes up in the Bronx? Hell no.
The reason I say these things is because my grandparents saw your grandparents getting hurt on TV, getting lynched, all type of shit. And then my mother
Not my grandmother.
Not yours specifically, but your generation. But
my generation owned slaves.
Okay. And if you feel proud of that, I hope reparation goes the other way, no? Right?
You ever heard of the people they color?
Yes.
And where did they derive? Where did they derive from?
From the fucking South. Like when the black.
Let's stop. Where at in the South? Where at?
It could be a lot of places. Alabama.
New Orleans mainly. Right now, listen. Okay. Those black people owned slaves.
Right, and the reason you owned it because it was passed down to you from the niggas who captured them. Yes or no?
No, it was basically like the slavery for us was different. It was like more than like employment. It wasn't like slavery.
But what I'm saying is when the French families died, they passed the slave owners to the black man, and the black man kept it going until they was abolished.
No, a lot of those people still speak French, man. A lot of those people that's where you get the French quarters.
Right, but it goes back to my point.
They just passed it to some Americans and black Americans, and things got fucked up. You talk about the black man or the black race as if it's a recessive gene or something. You know what I'm saying?
No, what I'm saying is you're trying to compare 2026 to the 1600, and I'm trying to compare 2000 to
in which way? In which way?
Because you're making a correlation.
You are now in slavery. Look, that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing by saying that. But hold on. I'm gonna tell you why I say that. Because you're making it seem. See, niggas like you are the problem. You make somebody feel weaker than what they is. You teach them about what's wrong. Hold on, let me land. Let me just tell you what's wrong with that kind of thinking. Because if you you saying that I'm thinking like back in the days. I'm saying that's what you're thinking like in this way. You believe that like back in the days, today we don't have an opportunity to change that shit.
What I'm saying is you took 2 steps back. I'm saying you came from slavery to 1950 to 1960, 70, where y'all had separation, where y'all could mingle, where y'all could do everything, where y'all was getting lynched. Y'all couldn't even have guns. Y'all went from all of that. Okay, we got to the period where you could buy the gun. What I tried to explain to you, and you could not let me, you wouldn't let me explain it to you because you felt offended. What I said was the reason everyone comes here is because on TV, for once in our generation, we saw black people with guns. We saw them in the rap videos and whatever, in the movies and all this James Brown, all type of shit. We saw black people. It's not
James Brown with no gun.
It's different from seeing the white man with a gun. We've seen white men come with guns our whole lives, every generation. But when you see the black man with a gun, oh shit!
That gave you know what's so crazy? That a whole nationality of criminal, and that's why they sending y'all asses back to the country.
It's not criminal. It's not criminal. I know that you're jaded. I know that you're jaded.
No. Let me say what I'm saying. Right?
Can I finish my point? Can I land?
You just
finished. Let me land. It's only proper.
You just landed the point, and I'm gonna counter your point. You said that y'all was inspired by black people. You said that you was inspired by black people with guns.
I didn't finish. That's what I'm saying. Let me finish. Let me land the plane. Let me touch down.
My bad. I'm sorry.
Feel me? What I'm saying, we was inspired. We said, oh shit, if we go over there, we can back down the police from injustice. We can do certain things. We can hold our community down. We can do that. We've seen it. We've seen the Black Panthers. We've seen it. Let me land. We've seen it. And it's unfair that the black man has decided to pretend to be a Caucasian man in America, to turn his back on every past generation that opened the door for him and told them, no, my man, we is not like them. We're better than them. We is not like them. So buy this gun and hold your block down. And don't kill each other because it makes no point. If y'all stop killing each other, we can have more black people than white people in America, and then we see what's up. Then we really see what's up when we get to vote, when we get to put people in power, because we will have the majority. It's only inevitable. But instead, you choose to portray yourself as a wannabe Caucasian and black skin.
You know what concerns me? Let me. Can I say something? I didn't cut you off, right? You're not going to be. I'm going to show that you're jaded and you're emotional about this because what you're saying is not very thought out.
I'm emotional about freedom in America. Damn, it only hurts. It hurts when a black man says it.
You was going to cut me off, but look, and this is why I can't land the point with you, because as soon as I do try to land the point, you divert the attention. What I'm saying is this. What I meant by saying that people like you, I don't want you to be offended by what I'm saying. When you tell somebody the things that you said, you view about them that's negative, everything that you said, your views, even your positive views was negative about the people. When you teach them what's wrong with them before, what's great about them, that plants a seed in them for them to, if you tell them that enough, they might start believing that shit. I think that's a big problem. I like to promote what we can do. Right now, when you saying that you was disappointed, I want to tell you some names, and I want you to give me the correlation of these names. Aliko Dangote. Do you know who he is?
No.
Do you know who David Stewart is?
No, just inform me.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a couple more. You know who Jay-Z is, right?
Yeah, he's a pedophile.
Okay. You know who he is, though, right?
Yes, because of mass media.
All right. All right. But do you know who Robert Smith is?
No, I don't know the propaganda term.
Okay, well, Robert Smith is the founder of Vista Equity Partners USA. He's a billionaire. He's a black billionaire. David Stewart is the founder of the Worldwide Technology. He's American too. He's a billionaire. Aliko Dangote is a cement and shoe sugar mogul. He is black billionaire. You know what I'm saying? Oprah Winfrey's a black billionaire, right? When you tell me, when you ignore the fact that we have so many black billionaires, way more that's been made in the last 5 years than ever in history. When you go over that, when you go over the accomplishments of the black man since that time you talk about slavery, right? And you talk about you was inspired, your country was inspired by black men having guns and videos, where somebody pointed out earlier, I think it was Obi, that said that Africans had guns. Everybody had fucking guns, but y'all was inspired by that. That concerns me. And then it also makes me realize why so many of y'all got sent back.
Well, technically, Venezuela is the lowest percentage of people being sent back. Do you know that?
What, Venezuelans?
Yeah. Do you know that?
Well, you know what? I didn't say. I'm not talking about the rate of them being sent back. I'm talking about the number. I'm not talking about the number of. I'm talking about the rate of which they've been being sent back and the type of shit they being sent back for.
Do you know historically America has sent everybody back?
You ever heard about the super prison?
Well, Florence, Colorado.
No, we're talking about
ADX.
Hell, no, it's not in America.
I said I was inspired. You know who inspired me? Obama.
Obama.
Of course.
What to be free, like gay?
No, because Obama had control of the country, and he didn't fuck the whole world up. He didn't drop nukes and shit.
Baby girl Wendy, salute. Baby girl Wendy here, Venezuela. I ain't see her in a minute. First in, last out. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been live in months on this channel, so that's probably explains it. Now I decided to press the button at 2:00 a.m. I thought I was gonna duck Venezuela today. You know what I'm saying? That's why I did it so late. I figured he would sleep because he normally does coke on Friday and sleeps on Saturday.
I don't do drugs.
Obama was a fucking piece of shit. You loved Obama? You loved him?
The man got voted to be president of the United States of America. He got voted by black people and white people. Like I keep trying to tell you. Keep trying to explain this to you. You say everybody got guns, but what do they do with them?
Yeah.
That's look at Obama. Everybody has guns, right? That's what you told me. Everybody has guns. But look what they do. Look, hold up. And when you say, can I add on to your point about everybody has guns? The state of Israel has guns, and look what they do with them. So, is your point really that cool? Do you feel special? Everyone has guns, right? It's about what you do with them.
But okay, can we get on the same page for a second? Let me ask you something, Puto. Right? I get that you might have been disappointed. I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings as a Cambodian man that looks black, right? You know, and I'm sorry to the 1.5 million Venezuelans, you know what I'm saying, that thought that same shit, right? But now, think about it. As a grown man, don't you think that was kind of goofy?
Well, what was kind of goofy? Tell me.
Being inspired by seeing motherfuckers with guns. Y'all believe that shit?
Damn, homie, if we don't believe you.
Listen, my nigga, in the videos, what video you seen a nigga with a gun going against the government?
You back down the oppressor, bro.
Yo, bro, listen, you just said the black man acting like a white man. What black nigga you seen in the video? And what
I seen
video?
Tupac at the gun range when I was a child. That inspired me.
All right, cool, but inspired you to do what? You seen him shooting at the? Was he shooting at the president?
No. In the gun range video, listen, in the gun range video where I saw Tupac inspire me, the target practice, it was the police officer. Do you know that?
Let me ask you something. Are you?
Do you know that?
Yes.
Okay, so you know that, right? So what I'm saying is, in my country, in Venezuela, the people who are oppressing me is a state of terror. The terrorists in my country is the government itself. They're doing domestic terrorism.
So and what have you ever thrown a rock at the government? You?
Yes.
When?
Yes.
That's why you know what?
During the 2016-17 protests, yes. Yes.
You ain't shit. You was one of those people out there fucking people's property up.
If you know anything about the protests, we were trying to get to the palace, and instead of doing public destruction, instead of publicly destroying property, we chose to take the route of the highway. We all got on the highway, about 100,000 people, and decided to march on forward. And the government did an act of domestic terrorism. They brought out the National Guards. I'm talking about tank. They brought out the 1st Battalion. They brought out tanks, Apaches, military jets.
And now you got America controlling your country.
So hold up, let me ask you something. Like I said, we was inspired by America. So when I tell you, yo, is it fair that I was throwing rocks and the government had fighter planes, Apaches, and tanks, but we was throwing rocks? Is that fair to you?
You don't see Black Lives Matter?
What?
You don't see Black Lives Matter? You don't think they throwing rocks too?
But like I told you, we was inspired because instead of throwing rocks, I seen another group.
Thank you, because Black Americans didn't get inspired by shit in Venezuela. Thank you very much.
We didn't get inspired. So what? So you're a goofy leader? That's what you say?
Say again.
Are you a goofy leader? Is that what you're saying?
Hey, listen, man. I didn't know that.
You're the leader, right? That's what you just told me.
Y'all let America go over there in a helicopter and snatch your so-called fake president out of there. You need to worry about the condition of Venezuela, not the.
I just told you, yo, bro. Are you look at you, black man? Are you willing to face your oppressor? Look what the Black Panthers went.
Who's my oppressor?
You tell me.
I need you to tell me because I think
I can't tell you who your oppressor is. You tell me.
I don't feel oppressed. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I feel like the same. Like I told you, when I became a fueler and worked for Homeland Security, I feel that the guys that was around me that had the qualifications that were white, right, just wouldn't fit in picture. It just wasn't. They wasn't likable. You know what I'm saying? and I beat they white asses. So what are you talking about?
You say it's likable. What does
I'm
likable
saying,
have?
I'm saying just because a black man gets a job doesn't mean it's DEI.
What I'm saying is you wasn't even the best qualified black man. And if it was a real free market, you would have never got that job because a better black man would have got that job over you. That's what I'm really saying.
Nope, not really.
What?
Because look,
What I'm saying is the oppression is so ingrained in your DNA.
That's not what you said. You saying that if it was really, you know what
A
I'm
free
saying,
market.
a free market, a black man that was more qualified than
Would
me
have got that job. Yes, because
Now-
you said you got that job because of nepotism.
I didn't say I got the job because of nepotism. I didn't know nobody in the company.
Or because you just got along to get along.
No,
Right.
it's not. It's not that. It's just that.
That's what you said because you was cool with the people you got along
Well,
to get
some
along,
people,
right, Uncle
well,
Tommy?
in the real world, the guy that's hiring is not looking at the,
Say it. I want you to say it.
He's not looking to fill a market quota. What he's looking for is somebody that he could sit around for 8 hours. That's it.
All right, and that guy.
Okay, no, hold on, stop right there. Let me ask the chat something. Let me
And
take Venezuela down for a second because you don't overtalk me. Right? Chat by show of hands. And we don't really do no cosign around here. I allow everybody to say whatever the fuck they want to say around here. But anybody that's been in the job market, have any of you, do you understand or do you agree, yes or no, that most people that hire you overlook the quota? Most people don't even know what the fucking quota is that's hiring. And I've been in a position to hire people, so I could tell you firsthand. Do you think that they're looking at that filling a certain quota up more than they judge what's in front of them? Like, of course, they look at your qualifications, but some jobs don't require specific qualification outside of you having a fucking GED. So what are they looking at? Are they looking at my job history? Let's just say that all of that stuff matches up. I've had a bunch of jobs like the next guy. You know what I'm saying? And the job didn't necessarily require, like, to become a fueler, you don't need to have nothing but the GED. Do you believe that people hire based off of personality or qualifications? Because I've been, like you're trying to say, hold up, Venezuela, you're trying to say that every job that you got, you was just the most qualified guy. There's other factors why they hire you, bro.
I paid. I'm an American citizen. I paid to get in the job, nigga. Capitalism.
Explain this to me. How you
I paid.
But
most of the jobs I ever got
sounds like a gamble. That don't sound.
No.
Was you guaranteed a position?
Yes. Most of the jobs I ever got, I paid because I use connections with influence and money to get into position of power, like a good job. I paid. This is America.
Oh, but you're not a criminal, though, right?
Okay. Okay. This is how I break it down to you. Jeffrey Epstein. Did he have a high school diploma? Because he was working for David Rockefeller.
I mean, you know what?
He was a Harvard teacher without a high school diploma. He was a math teacher.
You don't need a high school diploma to pass a Series 6 and 7.
What I'm saying is he was an educator without a high school diploma. So you tell me, did he pay to get in?
I'm not. Listen, I'm not. I didn't say anything wrong with paying to get in. I believe if you have the money and you want to get in somewhere, you should pay your way in.
Okay, and then it goes back to my point that the guy who hired you, he should get fired because he's incompetent at his job.
So you're trying to tell me the guy that hired you should be fired as well? He took money to pay. You know what I mean? Basically,
this is America. He did the right thing. You're not understanding what society you work and live in and was born in? Are you confused? I paid. He accepted the money. Remember Tom Holdman, the guy who runs ICE? I heard he took some money, like $50,000.
Well,
no, he didn't go to jail. Nothing happened to him.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. It's not alleged. It's not alleged. He admitted it. Not alleged, but he admitted it.
He didn't admit that he took no bribe money.
He said there's nothing wrong with it.
That's not admitting it.
He didn't deny the reports of the Wall Street Journal.
Any last words, bro? Because I'm about to get off of this, bro.
What I'm saying is, God bless this country now. You know what I mean? Yo, so what's gonna happen? You want them to go to jail?
Can you see the statement that's up there? Can you at least read that before you leave?
No, because the letter's too small, and I don't want to do that to my eyes.
It says you can go apply for every job under the sun. Doesn't necessarily mean any of those jobs are guaranteed to hire you.
Come on, bro. Can we cut it out as a grown adult? If most of the people who own these private businesses are of a certain religious background, come on, bro. You gotta cut it out, my nigga. That's why I keep trying to tell you. You gotta decide. Do you want some real justice in America when it comes to like the judicial system? When it comes to really applying the laws? When it comes to crime instead of racial discrimination? Or do you want the system to crumble? Because if you want it to work right, you will have to eliminate a lot of these people, a lot of these private businesses, and y'all trying to like, nah, chill. You want to buy Jordans, or you never want your child to go to jail for a crime he didn't commit. It's up to you. Do you want to have all the Jordans, McMahon? Do you want to have all the Jordans and continue with the American dream? Or do you want some real justice to make sure that your grandchild never gets arrested for something he didn't do? Make sure he doesn't get stopped and frisked. It's up to you, bro.
Fact.
It's up to you. Bro, that's the choice in America. That's the real choice. Do you want the how do I say this? Do you want the corporate fraud? Do you want the corruption to continue so you can make money and buy your Jordans and buy jewelry and buy PlayStation and pay Grand Theft Auto in November when it comes out? Or do you want some justice so that everybody eats, so we all get a fair opportunity to make the most money that we can? It's always up to you. That's the choice.
Great words. You know what I'm saying? Venezuela Reyes, y'all. I gotta get out of here, man. You know what I mean? Great talk from Venezuela. Even though he always over talks me and he tells people that he doesn't do cocaine. I don't know why he tells people that. I like people that lives in their truth, you know. But I do want to play a little bit more of this before I get out of here. You know what I'm saying? The part about the black girls, I think they about to play that right now.
A baby's really what we
salute the fucking Venezuela Reyes, man. You know. That's my partner right there, man. Love Reyes, even though he's stupid as shit.
You want. And so, yeah.
Very smart, man. That's a good, ill angle. I've never heard that. That, you know, and it makes sense that people be inspired by the imagery, you know, like see people. But I do find it kind of concerning to be inspired by that. You know what I mean? Because that was really like, you know, you gotta think about those early rap videos, man. You know, to be inspired by that, us Black Americans, we was kind of uninspired by that, man. I'm from the East Coast. We was talking against that shit. Them first videos we used to see with them niggas doing all that gang banging and shit and drive-bys and all that. That shit was shocking to us, man. You seen Boys in the Hood and NWA. That's the first time we seen guns in videos. Just in case you didn't understand that, Venezuela. That's not no East Coast shit. That was some West Coast shit. And, you know, I just didn't see them doing anything but killing each other. That's the only thing I seen them ever do with them guns, man.
Okay. Wait. Nigga, stop the show.
I had to think about that one. That's crazy. But, you know, I do believe that the plight for any nationality or race of people should be the future of they kids and stuff like that. So salute to Venezuela.
Blood of babies?
Listen, I'm not saying this because you're black. It's just the truth. If you pull up the Peter Nygaard thing, because you know
Peter Nygaard,
you know about dominant recessive genes, right?
Yeah.
So, like whether it's a black bull or a black bird or a black lizard, for whatever reason, the expression of black pigment in the original genetics, not just in humans, but in every species, most stuff's black. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. For whatever reason,
bro, it looks crazy.
So the point is that he's got all these African supermodels who are like Congolese and Central Africans. Those are pure blacks. And he's saying, I will pay you for your babies because I want their blood. Because if he gets one of them pregnant and it's already his
Now,
kid.
this vampire motherfucker, he's an evil bastard. I want y'all to really take a look at this guy's face, man.
There's no rejection like an organ. And then the stem cells are 100 times better because a white person, it is the big joke, like the black Israelites.
Hey, he's not interested in covering nothing up. He said, motherfucker, y'all better, in those words, exactly, release that shit.
Billing mutant. Well, yeah, it is like X-Men. Whites are mutants, but blacks have mutations too. The point is that they want black babies. That's what they call it, walnut sauce in all the documents for blood transfusions. That's what's come out about P. Diddy demanding the black guy give him blood and all that because it's what you want. So the best blood transfusion or stem cell would be from a black person, and then the best stem cells would be from a black woman. The way to supercharge that is to get a black woman pregnant, kill your baby and drain it, because now it's part you get full download. So you can pull up footage of Nygaard trying to get black women to sell them babies on TV.
What? Yo,
I know this sounds, folks, I'm just telling you what's going on.
No.
You can't make this up.
We could probably find a clip. It's on YouTube.
These are vampires.
It's on YouTube, guaranteed.
The real vampires actually kill their own children. Well, I've done a bunch of reports. I'll type in Peter Nygaard, real life vampire. Just put it on X. Peter Nygaard, real life vampire. I did a report last week on it.
Okay.
I did a report 15 years ago before he got arrested. So I know I've got sources.
So for those, because we're obviously kind of in this world, so we're listening to, like, yeah, we've heard this before. But for the people out there that might be like, what's going on here? Like, they might not be familiar with this stuff. Can you kind of explain, like, this whole ritual thing, baby thing?
I seen something interesting that Bailey said. Bailey said not only that your past can be a huge inhibitor. I am a felon from 8 years ago. It still gets held against me in the job market, even though I haven't been in any trouble since 8 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Now, that's a very good point because, yo, bro, I remember I applied just to see Uber, all that shit. They all denied me. My crime was from 30 years ago, damn near. But they don't give a fuck about that. You know what I'm saying? It's even worse now. So yeah, sometimes you like Venezuela said, you gotta know some. It's not about what you know, it's about who you know sometimes. That's just how it is in America. But that's not DEI. That's finesse. That's finesse. That's having, like the jobs I walked myself into, I knew that the next nigga was more qualified than me. So I had to make it in a different way. And if you go in there with that intent and not understanding the dynamics of the job, knowing that this person is going to hire me if they like me. That's it. That's it. Even if I don't know him, if I impress that motherfucker and the other guy that does have the qualifications, he just doesn't fit. I can't sit around him for 8 hours. I'm not hiring him.
Why do they do it? How do they do it? Because people hear about the conspiracy theories and everything, but they don't really understand it. So if you could kind of like explain it for them.
Well, they got a video if you want to watch this.
Okay, we'll watch this video here.
Yo,
let's take
what's with that nigga's face, bro?
That's him without the black blood. Just he went from like looking totally young, like 85, to looking like Count Dracula, like a year without the black blood. By the way, I'm not just saying this because
Charlemagne to sell out. Charlemagne the God was lobbying for Rock Nation on the Manhattan Casino project.
There's black folks working there. This is what it is. Like, watch my report. I mean, let's play this.
Hey, black is beautiful.
It is.
I used to hitchhike to work. I ain't gonna lie, man. When I was doing that job for Homeland Security, I was so thirsty. Before I had my vehicle, bro, they used to drop me off on the bus crazy far away from the job and shit. And I'm gonna keep it real, bro. I used to be walking past dead deers and shit. I walked past a deer for so long that I seen him from when he died, from when he blew up, to when it was maggots, to when it was bones. You know what I'm saying? And then I bought me a fucking car. Oh yeah, I got to it, man. Yeah, you talking about a nigga like me with violent felonies? We ain't talking about. I'm talking about wild shit. Wild shit. None of that regular, hand-to-hand dope dealing shit. I'm talking about motherfuckers. It was crazy. But yeah, they offered me that opportunity, and I was damn near. I wasn't hitchhiking. I was taking the bus to a certain place, and it wouldn't go where my job was at. So I had to walk another mile on the side of a road. You talking about no sidewalk, snow on each side. You just cars can't see you. You got to wear something reflective, and then there's that dead deer or that dead fucking turkey or dead skunk or dead all that roadkill. I'm telling you, man. But I still went and made it happen. So hook or crook, you can make it happen. And even in that situation, Venezuela, if you're still listening, I chose the choices I made. I'm not saying that the elements wasn't in place for those things to take place, but I know there's some dudes that didn't have money problems, but they still have behavior problems. You know.
You can get paid a lot more than that. So how much do you want for it? Let's bid. I bid $500 for I'm prepared to bid him anyway. Whatever I bid, he's gonna.
Usually, a large amount of black girls missing. Yeah. Very alarming, very alarming. But we're gonna go down a rabbit hole, Venezuela. I gotta go to sleep, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm just wanting to play this last piece just so they can see a shocking video.
I bought about $60,000 worth of eggs. Yeah. If you have abortion, that's very valuable. Umbilical cord, placenta, even your period blood is so rich with stem cells. Yeah. We regard it as
they scared of this dude. These are models. These are supermodels.
Waste than it actually should be. It should be captured.
He's talking about taking their period blood and their placenta and they.
Even your period blood is so rich with stem cells.
Buy this shit from them.
Yeah. We regard it as waste than it actually should be. It should be captured.
Just to speak about that, you said, where's the sympathy for the Epstein victims? Is there? You know what I mean? The victims, this is what we're talking about. This is sympathy for the victims, because this guy right here that's in jail now, he's one of the motherfucking main ones. He was doing foul shit to these black girls, you know what I mean? R-word and babies. You seen the shit that Alex Jones saying that this bastard was doing? So yeah, this is what this is all about, justice for them. We're not covering shit up. Even if Trump is on that shit, we gonna get to Trump too. Ain't nobody gonna not get it. But we want to know the truth though.
Captured and recycled, and it shouldn't go to waste. It's life for somebody,
Yeah.
Okay, go.
And it's life for
George H.W. Bush.
No, the best things are.
Come on, Venezuela, you snitching now, man. What's wrong with you, bro? Stop telling. Allegedly, you gotta say allegedly.
16 to 18 years old. Those are the best things.
16 to 18-year-olds.
You seen them interviews with Raul on my channel? Go to Rizzy. Go to J Hood. Type Mac Mean J Hood. He's exposed. Knock it off.
We could.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. So you may not be arch.
People just don't care. They care about this.
You remember when they made a report about the rise of abortions, how much death is happening, and the immense number of abortions they're having? Where does all that blood go from the abortion clinics?
I don't know. I don't know.
Because I'm thinking, like, if that's true, and what Alex is
of course they selling it to these vampires
saying is verified because of video, of course, then what about abortion clinics? All that dude, that's crazy, bro. Like,
you're sure crazy.
Wow. Continue, but that's insane, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
nuts.
insane.
Wow. No, that's fine. That was my.
I seen that shit, Venezuela, but he's trolling. He's talking about he's better than Jim Jones. He's trying to get in the algorithm, man. Be quiet.
Business anyway.
And that means that he gets us in the algorithm. If I felt like chasing it, I'd have been viral right now. Well, ghetto viral.
And notice he slaps him around like a pimp. By the way, you women are like 30. I want 16-year-olds. I mean, folks. And then
you want to know what's going on? Go to my channel, Mac Mean J Hood. That's it. You'll see all the interviews with the niggas that did it. The niggas from his block. You know what I'm saying? Like, these niggas, I raised this kid.
He did it with a huge medical facility. So understand, we ain't in 2026. We're like in 2050 and vampires running. These are literal vampires.
And the young girl that is on record that he actually took his own child. He had a child with a 14-year-old, and he was taking the stem cells from that baby. I think they brought it to term maybe 8 months, I believe.
Yeah.
And then started taking the cells right from the baby and injecting it into himself. He personally did it.
Well, that's when they kept it alive, they told. So he's milking the baby.
Yes.
All right.
You
For
seen
those
that-
that are what was that?
You seen the movie Sinners?
No, I never
With
seen
Michael B.
it.
Jordan, the
That shit was crazy.
vampires.
I haven't seen it. I'm telling you guys, any listener, just type it.
Vopron, I'm about to get up out of here, y'all. I gotta get ready to get up out of here, man. Salute to everybody that's new here. Subscribe to the channel. Double tap the screen on the way out the door. I'll be doing more of these lives at my normal time, probably 9:30 or whatever. We're gonna get to it. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for the new people that's popping up. Salute to Venezuela and everybody that joined the conversation. All right. Y'all have a good night, man. I'm out. Mac mean true story. All stories ain't true, but this one is.